$1,000.
You gotta be smart on this rotation, Zip. You don't want to put yourself out in an exposed position. Only 40 HP, but it doesn't have the ability to heal at all. He is barely on the edge of the safe zone. The storm might actually stop halfway through the box. We'll have to see here in a second. Flame, the FPS still both intact. Flame 200 HP.
He's just hanging out. Has a lot of materials, but my goodness, look at this next zone. So south on the map. I think that's where Cloak and TFUE had their old builds. Morgassi and Saint done well so far today. Getting tagged on up. A lot of shields from Saint have been shredded off. And oh my gosh!
Snipe 89 meters from Mr. Mowgli, who we saw down on the south edge, just waiting at the bottom in terms of elevation. Gets a shot. Morgassi, as he's rotating across, looks like Saint might be able to save him. Dementos goes down, which means that might be Peyton. That's Peyton. Dementos eliminated. No three-peat for that duo. Perfect Tilt picks up a pair of elims. Puts him at 4. His teammate Diggy is at 2, which means they're 1 elim away from 3 points. After that, every elimination is an additional point. This could be a big, big bonus game for Perfect Tilt and Diggy.
Diggy and Perfect Tilt building on up, and oh no, you see the shred of those ARs. Turns back around, one player just drops to the edge of the zone. 51 players remaining now. They've got to go up the side of this mountain or go around it. And that angle is just so tough. He's building right next to other walls. Enemies could be lurking on the other side of that. Who even knows? Looking for some sort of hip fire as he hasn't gotten it yet. 2 more players nearby and he gets dropped real quick.
Diggy and Perfect Tilt, I believe that looks like more aggressive gameplay because they've got to be going for this elimination just to secure that extra point. 45 are left, which means they're well outside.
Are they at 6 elims combined right now?
Yep. Any sort of placement point, they're not close enough right now, which means if they get the elimination, Perfect Tilt gets a knock on provoked in the feed there, gets the elim. That's number 7, which gives them 3 points from this game. But TFUE and Cloak are there too. They're gonna have to look out.
He just wants whatever loot there is here. A great upgrade for both weapons right there. The heavy shotgun in hand, the epic assault rifle in hand. You've got a rocket launcher you could pick up if you'd want to as well. 2 slurps right now for Cloaksy. I mean, you'd expect him to drop one. No, TFUE's already got one ticking, and they have a rip to go. How?
Absolutely.
How do these guys always have all this?
No idea. I want to point out super quick, Perfect Tilt and Diggy are sitting on 7 eliminations, which means if you see in the feed even a knockdown from Perfect Tilt, every single elimination, if it gets finished, that means another point.
They're going to save the Rift to go as well.
They're using another team's Rift to go. The number of players in the air right now,
it's nuts.
Funk Bomb in the feed there.
This is Perfect Tilt. Remember, they are on the verge of big bonus. Every elim he can get right now would be just +1 point for his team, and they know it as well. He's looking to try to drop on down, maybe catch an opponent off guard. Cloaksy landing down on 1 Perfect Tilt for now, just staying alive. He's built his little 1x1 box. I believe Chap just got eliminated from this game. Not sure if 72 Hours is still alive. Balla drops as well. Perfect Tilt waiting for the opening. He's going to push on out, getting up towards this high ground, getting into the zone. He'll live to see another day. Oh my gosh.
Smack dab in the middle of the group here. This Storm smearing players off at the bottom. I expect the Storm to claim a number of players in just a moment here. And there it is. Look at the feed. Bumpa, DK, Vape Cheeses, Left Eye, Windwalker, Wilds, J-Truth. Everybody going down here to the Storm. One of the roughest zones we've seen so far in the fall skirmish. And Perfect Tilt is still in it with maybe 5 HP tops.
It's these mountains, man. I'm telling you, can Perfect Tilt get this elimination? Nothing as of yet.
Just 1.
He's doing everything he can.
7 HP.
No healing. What a hero he would be for his team if he can at least get 1 here. As he's waiting, 1 behind him. No.
Funk Bomb. 3 points is still fantastic for that duo.
100%. Bizzle's in a nice little spot to potentially shoot down on, or above onto opponents when they aren't expecting it. Not a lot of materials, though. Big thing to take note of. Go Sean. Knocks out Chaganza. Nice little pump shot right there. 1 player nearby, that's Sketch from Envy, who gets cut on down. You know he's going to drop to the zone. TFUE and Cloaksy's still alive. TFUE still has a slurp to use. Hasn't had a chance to use it yet. And now he's down to the low ground. This could be the end of the game for TFUE. Cloaksy's still a lot more healthy. There you go, slurp now being popped. We'll slowly begin to tick that health back up.
At this point, every bit of healing could change the game for that duo.
The consistency of TFUE and Cloaksy,
it's impressive.
It's now 3 straight games in the top 10.
Still with an excellent kit, a ton of ammunition for everything. 10 rockets, 110 shotgun shells they'll never use, and there's one coming out, tries to get that, but it looks like Goshan actually picks that.
Goshan's down 5 limbs himself, and look at 3 players in the high ground.
Flamed FPS all up top. Cloaksy, the shotgun on Goshan there. Picks up his 3rd elim. That's 6 total, like you said.
So
2 more. 1 more puts him at 7.
It's those 2 on the low ground, and the rest are all going to float down from above. They've got to move with this zone. And now they've got to, trade back with rockets of their own.
The zone's starting to close here, Jack. It's going to come down to potentially heal off 2 teams above, 6 players remaining. Cloak and TFUE. TFUE with no shield, 75 HP. Cloak, 100. He's in an excellent spot. Everything's reloaded. They're building up. They're basically establishing every single square on the bottom.
They've got a campfire and a med kit. They're trying to play around a potential low ground.
Funk Bomb gets a med kit off there.
Funk Bomb's
pushing in.
Funk Bomb's is trying to heal. Flame's got
everything.
everything.
Gets the knock.
But Flame's got everything you could ever need too. Cloaksy's trying to shoot down this top side so they can't heal. Can they do it? There's just 3 players left. They're dropping him on down. Will they be able to out-survive this zone? They're floating. TFUE's now knocked. He can't use his heals. Cloaksy ticking on down. Just 20 health remaining. Gets 1. Who wound up winning it? Cloaksy's down on the low ground as well, I believe. They got it. They did.
1. Are you kidding me? The last second push out into the storm may have changed that game from a 3rd or 2nd to a 1st place to Victor Royale. $50,000 for the gentleman from FaZe, Jack.
Cloaksy can do no wrong today. Cloaksy can do no wrong.
We got to look
Here
at this
it is
again.
from his perspective. Yeah, we cut away at an awkward time, but this hip fire right there, and Funk Bomb drops to the storm alongside Flame.
Even just one of those AR shots from Cloak may have changed that. Ladies and gentlemen,
you made some noise, but that was not only a victory royale. They had 7 eliminations, a 6-point game. TFUE and Cloaksy, it's like they heard the interview.
They did. They absolutely did.
It's like they heard it, and they said, no. Not giving you 3 in a row. It won't be easy. That means in the first 3 games, TFUE and Cloaksy, they got 2nd, they got 3rd, and now they've gotten 1st.
Show in the past, in summer skirmish, fall skirmish games, and everything else. You've watched their streams most likely. Heck, if you're not already, go sub to them, please. Because these 2, they know what they can do, because we all know what they can do. However, I feel like a team that might be finding trouble in a placement-oriented gameplay, potentially now is the time, Jack, to go for that big bonus and push yourself up the leaderboard. The top team, TFUE and Cloak, they're sitting on 13 points. 2nd place is 7. So there's still a chance to push your way to the top, Jack, and it starts right now. Game 4, the grand finals. The fall skirmish kicking off right now.
Here we go. The second half. Who will climb up that scoreboard to dethrone TFUE and Cloaksy? Off the break, we just see everyone split on out. Morgoss alongside Saint, as expected, going Paradise. Cease, you see on your screen, he's had some rough starts to games. Maybe you can turn around here.
Go. One thing I've noticed, Jack, while we've been watching these games, the grand finals, a majority, if not all, of the POIs have been occupied by at least 1 team. We've had a couple teams early game. We see here Tendons and Punisher. I'm curious if, no, there you go. Germ, J-Love are floating Tomato this time, so we won't have a rematch there. Look at the map, though. How many teams are landing tilted? Is it only 1? It's 2. We got the 2nd pair floating past that orange set of arrows there. So I would bet you Super Sean and Godnick versus Nick Merckx and Aiden again.
Yep.
Unsurprisingly, TFUE and Cloak, look at these handsome gentlemen on your screen. 17 elims. Look at the damage dealt to players, 2,378. Only 2,000 damage received. Tons of wood acquired. But did you see the gap there? The material used was 5,000 different.
My gosh.
They picked up 5,000 materials from either chests off the ground or, unsurprisingly, their opponents after they're eliminated.
Wild.
The utilization there is incredible, too. 12,000 materials used is insane, but it shows why they do it. You've watched through these games, replacing the walls and structures that they're in. The efficient path, by the way, through these buildings, knowing exactly where to go to pick up every chest they can.
Well, the loot,
all the furniture, too.
The loot is just so dense here. There's so many chest spawns, and they're so, like, look at this. There's probably, what, 10, 12 chest spawns just in that little area right there, that when you claim it, when you're by yourself,
Jack, it's uncontested.
It's uncontested. You know they're going to be maxed out on everything. They've already both got max shields. You've got a legendary double barrel already in the hands of Cloaksy. They're going to farm all these materials. Go Saft.
Looking at
that
this
early,
start.
this first player dropped.
Does it surprise you in the least that these two come out of here so kitted?
No.
Constantly, look at this. 3-0-0 on the materials, but multiple shields, an epic heavy shotgun, kitted to the teeth. Horrifying Vanity's over here in Salty, down the street from them. Windwalker and his duo. In this blue building, a couple of floors down below. The snipe shot. 130 Rangers going for the elimination there. His teammate is able to wall it off. Windwalker going to try and save.
I'm surprised he didn't see, like, right there. Right there, I think, is a perfect example of a player still not used to the new mechanic of the Glider redeploy. Horrify now using it, but Vanity's could have closed the gap way quicker. Oh no, he blocked his teammate, this player. Vile immediately dropped. You got Horrify still challenging. Nice 40+ tag on the shotgun there. They want to clean up the second player as soon as possible, give no chance for another team to come third party this fight. Chasing it down, 33 health tag. Now the end might be near for this player on the other side of this wall.
Windwalker's still doing everything he can to try and make it away. All this noise being made right now, you've got to think somebody has eyes on this somewhere. Almost not landed, 10 HP left. Windwalker trying to take him out the last second. There's Elevate, maybe making a move up there.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why they wanted to take him out quick, because now Cease is there as well. Super Evan and Godnick fighting Aiden and Nick Mercs again for the 4th straight game now, I think.
Aiden's got the knock this time, which means a 2v1 situation as Aiden's healing, but Nick Mercs has a top-down view on these two, and he could go for the elim there. SMG securing that first elimination for this duo in Tilted.
Super Evan
all the way down the bottom, getting the med kit. A full use there, which means 100 HP. And for a player like Super Evan, these competitive players, 100 HP might be all that he needs to take out this duo, depending on positioning, rotation, maybe a quick edit and a shot through a window.
That's all you need.
To see here, saw a trap in Nick's inventory. Aiden kind of waiting on the stairs. See his opponent rotating around. The angle here might be good enough. He's going to go for the stink and gets himself instead. He's going to have to rotate back away from that. Nick is still able to move through, but that's damage ticks on Aiden if he moves down. He's not going to. He's going to try and skirt it around the edge.
And there in the elimination feed, you actually elevate just shotgun, Horrify, and Vanitai. So they get in that scrappy fight. It takes them just so long to get that other elimination that they draw all his attention. That gives Elevate time to push on in before they can heal. And just like that, they're dropped. Oh, Aiden just got chunked.
Shotgun there. Nick's going to try and smack out the roof above. A pinch here, kind of a sandwich. Looks like a third team. Vinny and Zexro, we've seen very aggressive in the past. I saw a legendary heavy shotgun in the inventory, I believe, of Vinny, as Nick and Aiden are trying to build inside this building. I'm thinking at this point, Aiden probably has no healing. The trap maybe preventing a push. Nick might go for a drop down, and he goes for it and gets Super Evan on. Oh my gosh, Jack.
The game sense to know to do just that.
That's why Tilted belongs to Nick and Aiden, my friend.
But now look at what Zexro and Vinny are doing. They're max shields. They are in such a brilliant position to do some damage. I think Nick and crew, they're going to try to disengage for the moment. They don't want this fight. And this has been the same sequence of fights that they've had each game so far. They fight Super Evan and crew. Then it's immediately Zexro and Vinny who wind up pushing to fight them. I would almost be certain that Nick Mercs and Aiden know it's these two. And that's why they're playing it this way.
At this point, too, I feel like Vinny and Zexro have to have this as their strategy because they know that these two teams are going to get engaged with each other, and they have a history of making it last quite a while. So an opportunity for the third party is almost easy. It's not scripted, but you know it's writing itself.
100%.
You know? They're going to rotate in there every single time if they think they have an opportunity to get at least 1 or 2 easy eliminations.
Enigma and Fuzzy.
You said it first. Go ahead.
Now building on up. Couple of grenades on out. Oh, I thought that one might have connected. Fuzzy's got the hunting rifle. Looking for an opening, just narrowly misses. There's still 92 players left. 92 players remaining. We're 7 minutes into this game.
Couple tap shots. Enigma and Fuzzy going to rotate away, deciding maybe as the storm is coming in, it's a better option to make a move. Kind of low on materials for a competitive match like this. Only 500 total right there in the inventory. Delpine over peak. Have someone trapped in a box down here. Greasy, the shot from behind, the pinch from both sides. SMG spray coming out as building against that. It's going to be tough, but it might be able to pull it off. Now Yo-Yo keep it up, and I don't Game Bro go down to over peak. Pair of elims there. Greasy. Curious if there is another team. They are pretty far towards the outside. The zone Greasy, one of the kind of the edge POIs, so oftentimes you won't have somebody rotating from the backside. Vape Jesus in pain here and Shifty. It's like only a slurp in terms of shield between the two of them thus far. In the feed, 72 hours, picking up a knockdown and an Elim on tempo, which means Geomox should be nearby. Here's your zone thus far. Basically, nobody's stuck outside in the storm. Still a llama on the map. It's actually 2 llamas, one well outside. Nobody's going to find that one. And the one by Dusty probably going to go unclaimed as well. Free 600 materials is disappointing.
Yeah.
They chooses a bounce pad. Sorry, the launch pad. Blue SMG, blue pump, green AR. Not a whole lot of ammunition.
And they're in the elimination feed, actually, the Atlantis duo. That was a team I was going to talk about here soon. All we could do the other day in their heat was speak about how great they were. Today, quiet to this point. Seems like they've got 2 of them so far this game. We'll keep you up to date on if they earn themselves a point to potentially begin to move up these standings.
I would almost expect that team from Atlantis to go along the same path as Liquid. 72 Hours and Chap have that kind of forward mindset. They're going to put the previous 3 games behind them, 4 eliminations between the 2 of them. Atlantis sitting relatively similar. A combo of bounces. Look at that.
Nice movement right there.
Just floating up top. Nick Mercs and Aiden still in tilted, a 2v2, and both of them with quite a bit of shield and HP. 100, 100, 195. So on the trap, a tap from above, a team maybe not realizing that they're up there. Builds himself into a little bit of a box. He's going to edit his way down. Try and escape this. This point, probably looking for Aiden for a little backup, and there it is. Aiden taking shots as that other team starts to float down, but somebody lands up top of this red brick building and able to deal 30 damage to Aiden. Looks like another team coming from the basketball court, the northwest corner of Tilted. Nick, bottom floor here, and look, you got a couple teams coming in here, Jack. Pate, Dementos, Sexro, and Vinny up top. Diggy in perfect tilt over just past L's. The most eliminations for any player in this game right now, still only 2 for Horrify. I say only as if it's not very many, but right. 85 players remaining, only 15 have gone down, and Peyton Dementos. Look at this, any material they can get. They're in the bottom of this building, and it's the floor, but they're gonna knock it out in an attempt to get every little bit, every build they can pick up is important.
Yep. Seems like that's now their home. Still chill down there for the moment.
That teddy bear didn't deserve that, Aiden. He doesn't even give materials, Jack.
Yeah. Dang. You know, shows Aiden's true
colors coming out.
It's again, the people, you just tell how horrified the viewers were. Nick just staying in it. It's crazy to think that Nick having 62 shield and Aiden having just about near that as well is the least amount of shields of the players in Tilted. That's how healthy everyone here is. Look at this. That, yeah, literally. Them with that much shield is the least amount of all the 4 teams there. Now shifting our focus towards the south side of Pleasant. Zoof and Crodot, Jamok nearby, and grenades soaring on in. Not just 1 or 2, like 10.
A whole handful. Zoof trying to build against it. Able to do so, it appears. He has 3 clingers of his own, might respond with it. But J-Truth, 1 HP, full shield. But any fall damage looks like it could be an Elim there. Reminder, as you see on your screen, this is match 4 of 6 of the grand finals here in San Jose at TwitchCon. The finale for the fall skirmish. If you're not watching, if you don't have friends watching, tell them to watch. Get in here. Nick Mercs and Aiden is knocked with almost no HP. The save might be impossible as Nick's going to try and defend against this. His own trap above him boxes himself in. He's going to go for this med kit. He's only got 39. At this point, if he feels outclassed, he needs to pop that rip to go, and he's going to do so, taking both opponents with him. A full reset, and there is a team up top. Vinny and Zexro have that top down still on everybody. He's going to wall himself off, both a wall and a ramp to try and save it. He's going to go for that med kit usage. 39 HP could mean the difference between surviving this and being eliminated, but you hear that.
Make It Rain has begun. Who will win the $20,000 Make It Rain bonus? Again, that's the most eliminations in zones 3 and 4. Zexro has been up top tilted on that huge build for the last, like, 5-6 minutes.
It's been a while.
Diggy in perfect tilt as well, just hiding in double L's. Here's Blind and Hysteria in their fights that just went down. Let's see how it all played on out. Nice shot from Hysteria. Cracks him with that pump. as Nick has no shields left, no teammate left, but a chest. Oh, there you go. Can't complain about that at all.
I want to point out too, did you notice as Nick opened that door, the quick flick up, he made just a quick circle with the right stick to check the ceiling to see if there's any trap in there.
If you're in Tilted Towers, you need to do that at any moment of the game.
It's like Tilted Towers training, essentially.
Yes. You want to be two of the best players in all Tilted Towers. In just Fortnite in general, you need to make plays like that. And Dope at Overpeak, they know they have an advantage in this fight. They will not hesitate. They'll chase this down right away. Probably expect the bunny hop. There it is. And that little bit of movement you get after landing as the inertia carries you. The momentum. Dope building on up. Quick build battle. And again, you rarely get to see these build battles, you feel like, at this point in the game. But look at this. There was nothing there. 30 seconds later, there's all sorts of stuff. Cloaksy and TFUE waiting in the wings as well.
Now, Caliber's kind of trying to defend himself and heal up. Nolan trying to get a height advantage, but pays a little bit of a price there. Takes a big shot down to 75 HP. Overpeak and Dope kind of have the advantage here, especially in an HP situation. Very tall build as they're going to start flying off, and Dope gets tags on Caliber as he's floating away. Going for the last one, another 33 white damage. One shot is all he needs, and he's not going to get it. The aggressive push, a three-way tie, if not more, for the Make It Rain bonus. Overpeak gets the knock on Nolan as he floats in. Probably not realizing that he's about to land on his opponent's teammate. Caliber goes down to Vicaros in the feed there. Another team having a POV on this fight. Blind in the feed, getting a explode on Gunfly, the knockdown. $20,000 to Make It Rain bonus. 3 minutes and 12 seconds and 43 seconds in the circle.
And Blind and Asteria actually in their heats yesterday, they wound up winning the $20,000 Make It Rain bonus. So maybe they can run it back again.
Would not surprise me.
As they are right there on your leaderboards. 3 minutes left in the Make It Rain. 77 players remaining as this third zone closes on in. 26 seconds until all players want to make sure they're inside that zone barrier. Vicaros and the General.
Now, in terms of teams that are still alive, Jack, only 2 have 3 or more eliminations. Blind and Asteria have 2 apiece, which puts them at 4. That's a point for them. Overpeak has 3 to his own name, but Dope has 0, so 3 for that team is another point. The next closest is Elevate and Cease at 2, and everybody else that's still in this game only has 1 or less. Shots from the General and Vicaros. Going over towards this team just on the edge of the circle. Tough situation for them out there. They're going to have to, it's Overpeak and Dope. They're going to have to rotate potentially directly in up the hill, leaves them exposed to whoever's above. You're going to have to waste a lot of mats to build kind of a roof over the top. They could rotate down and hug kind of the edge.
No wood or brick, but nearly
784 metal. 999 metal, giving them back basically is, here, let's top you off on metal. I'm assuming Overpeak might be sitting on something else.
Look at this view.
A gift from the heavens there, Jack. That crate for Ziff and Ronaldo might be big. They're going to catch it. Oh, that's so close, right on the edge. They should be able to loot that pretty easily.
TFUE and Cloaksy. The man's got a legendary silenced assault rifle, a legendary double barrel, a bolt action, 10 minis, 3 med kits, and TFUE just drops to the big shield as well.
Did you see the mark there?
Yep.
They know that the top of that hill is going to be basically the focal point for a lot of this. Whoever gets that spot is in the dominant position. I'm assuming that the reposition of the marker is basically because someone has to already be up there. Yep. So rotating maybe north, northwest ever so gently. That's going to be a better call if the circle moves. They don't have to move right now, though, and they're not gonna.
And by the way, what you just watched right there was Cloaksy build the next level layer of his 1x1 while being under that pyramid. A great little tactic you can use. The quick edits and peeks on these walls, looking to the third party into these fights. Pain and Vape Jesus, we heard from them in the interview just prior to this game. As they're just trying to outlast the explodes that continue to pour on in. It's another zone that there's a big, elevation battle involved. It's Overpeak, he's trying to save materials. He's just running in the open. There you go. They made it on in. The heavy sniper immediately destroys any player-built wall or structure due to the amount of damage it does. You try to catch your opponents off guard. I believe I just received word Nick Merckx has dropped in this game, meaning him and Aiden, I don't think, got a point yet again. So you think they'll probably fall even more in the leaderboards as they were near top 10, now more towards the top 20.
J-Truth, a number of different shots going at Ronaldo and company. Different angles there. Raz picking one up. Dementos knocked and eliminated.
It's Atlantis. Nog it again. When will Blind and Hysteria use this rift to go? Do they wait, try to wait out another circle? You know how big that next zone is with the rotation of just how far it is. That's typically where we lose most of our lobby. Blind and Hysteria still at 4 limbs. Overpeak now at 3. The Atlantis duo, I talked about them earlier on. They now have 3 limbs, putting a point on the board for them.
Another high player count game, 69 remaining as we're 15 seconds from the first circle move. Everybody's got to go north, northeast, but half of that next safe zone is safe. And here's your list right now, the scoreboard. One team sitting on 4 eliminations, the C9 Blind and Hysteria still in this thing. Overpeak and Dope actually just picked up their 5th.
They just got 2.
Overpeak sitting on 5 of his own. That's 2 away. That's 2 points for them, but 2 away from 7 would be 3 points. Then every elim after that would be that big bonus. We haven't seen anybody take advantage of that yet, but it would not surprise me if we see a team soon push for some eliminations.
It's almost time for this match to escalate very, very quickly. Chap still in this game. He just got the knock on Pain, and you see Overpeak. He gets eliminated as well. Chap with 2 onto Vape, Jesus, and Pain. Liquid finally showing some life.
Here we go. Glider redeploy for repositioning. Blind for a moment there had the rift to go out, but decided not to use it. They're looking for a structure that's already established, and they find one seemingly with ease, which every single time they're able to pull that off, it surprises the heck out of me. The awareness of who's inside structures. They are not. He's going to have to go for a knockdown knockdown and replace if he has the material to do so, but he might not.
I think Asteria's trying to break in towards Ghoul. Looking how weak Ghoul is. This could be their 5th elimination. This could be 2 points on the board. Oh, they want this fight so badly. The focus there on Asteria's face. This man's been competing in all sorts of games for over a decade now. He falls right into a trap. Now it's Blind all by himself. Can he clutch this on up? He's down to 32 HP. What a disaster this would be. This elimination right there gives them would give them another point. Can he get down towards Asteria and get the res?
So be cognizant of the trap too, still inside, and leaves it up. Asteria's still alive. Just through that wall, there's a player right inside. Watch for the edit here potentially, and I think Blind was waiting to take a shot with that rocket. Goes for it as he's rotating in, gets perfect tilt midair with a shotgun, and Blind
picks up his
3rd elimination.
He's done his job.
That's 5 for them. 2 points total.
Oh, he didn't get the shot off.
He's looking for almost another one.
There's
so many players rotating.
He's got to go.
14.
He's going to die to the
6.
zone.
And that's it for Blind, but he's still got to feel good. 5 eliminations for that duo means 2 points. A tough spot as he's trying to rotate in, and it felt like countless players popping up in front of him and disappearing. There were grapplers. No. Chab at 72 hours looking for big moves from these guys. The first 3 games have been relatively quiet, but here we're sitting on Chap with 3 eliminations. Tom has 2 of his own.
There's still 50 players left, man.
And this circle is basically chaos at this point. They're sitting on 5 of their own. Look at this spread right now.
Gosh.
A number of players. I see Funk Bomb is still in this. Players from Ghost still alive.
Oh my gosh.
The duo from Hero in the bottom right down there. Raz goes down. His teammate Bog must have been eliminated already.
I see TFUE, I don't see Cloaksy.
There might only be 1 left alive. You're correct. Cloaksy has been eliminated. TFUE has 1 of his own. Chap barely hanging on to 100 to elevate and picks up another elimination. That's 6 for this duo.
That was with a common tactical shotgun. When do you see 100 damage hits with that? He really got the full brunt of that weapon.
Chap getting knocked. 72 hours trying to make every little bit of count. 6 elims for this duo. 1 more would mean a 3rd point, and every elim after that is the big bonus. Going to place a trap to defend himself in case somebody tries to edit their way in, maybe from above or the wall, the push that he had defended against. Cloaksy out of this, and TFUE 12 HP. The Storm might claim this one.
He knows he's done.
And there it is. The tick out there. 8 damage every second is tough.
72 hours. This is when the man goes to work. He's going to have to start popping more of these heals, though. Yep, there you go. He knows he's got time right now. Can he get a second bandage off? I do think so. And then it's going to be an all-out foot race. 15 people left. Devious with some knocks and eliminations. Tendon still in this as well.
There you go.
See, Devious just dropped right there. Billix and Giganza always seem to be on this insane high ground. Quick little shot with the rocket. Tendons goes down. Can he follow up the elimination?
Elim. Every elim after this for 72 hours in Chap is another point. The big bonus might activate here in just a second. We haven't seen any team do it yet, Jack.
He's out of mats. He's just got to start firing this thing, man.
He's got to just go for the elims.
No. Can't get the shot. There's one in front of him. Can he get the elimination? This is big bonus again. There's
the knockdown on General.
Hasn't got it yet. Keep in mind, this is for big bonus. This is another point.
There it is, the first one.
72 hours in Chap. It's been a quiet game, but he gets blown up. They know they got another point, though. Brilliant stuff from them.
That's 4 points total for the duo from Liquid.
Snood and Cruz still in this one. Funk Bomb waiting to medkit. He's just going to sit in this zone, eat it, and heal. Will it pop in time? Will it pop in time? Will it pop in time? Yes, it will.
20.
Oh my God!
Just barely hanging on. He's going to go for another one. This could be big for Funk Bomb. 8 players left in this circle that just closed. 7, you're going to watch them tick down. The feed is going to be the place to watch.
More players
Gets it
dropping.
off just barely.
He's got to go now, though. He's trying to keep on up. You see Bizzle with the med kit.
Funk Bomb alone. Bizzle gets one off. That might be it right there. Yeah, that's got to be it unless they see each other.
There's no way Funk Snood will do this. Bizzle should have this one in the bag. He's healing in the zone, and there it is. Bizzle gets it done. He's got the campfire. He's got the heals. 2 eliminations, but the Victory Royale gets it. A quick little 3-point game. Again, Bizzle, we've seen this name at the top of Fortnite competitive for a long time now with the wins that he's had through the skirmishes. And there it is again.
I feel like these duos had to have overheard us at some point, Jack. We were talking about a number of these teams that we've seen in previous skirmish events that haven't necessarily put on a big show yet. Starting to show up here. The gentleman from Liquid, 72 hours in Chap, securing 4 points in this game alone.
And they finished in 6th. They were
just
one placing away.
That's still a big game, the first team to get the big bonus. But DMO and Bizzle from Ghost, bringing home a win.
They get the job done. That's a Victory Royale. 3 points for them and $50,000.
Bus deploy is game 5 and final.
Here it is.
The fall skirmish here at TwitchCon kicks off. Can we make some noise if you're here in San Jose?
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah.
All right, Jack. Question for you.
Yeah.
You know you are an absolute dominant player. Do you go to Tilted and make it your own, or do you avoid, because you know that those 2 teams have sparred back and forth repeatedly, which means you have maybe an opportunity to third party. As a player, would you go there?
I'm almost more worried now at this point about Zexro and his teammate coming in. Vinny, yes, thank you. I'm more about them coming in, because it seems like each game they've looted, gotten full shields, and then rushed into Tilted and tried to third party that fight or get involved as early on as possible. I don't think that strategy from them is going to change. We'll see how it plays out here. The map obviously getting filled on in everywhere by those different arrows, by people landing and looting on up. Basically every single area getting touched here.
And we've seen a number of players hit the same spot pretty much over and over again. We saw Dusty Divot, the same teams landing there. Ghost, Aiden, and Nick Merckx.
Straight out of Tilted Towers.
Those are your cumulative stats. By the way, 9 elims, 2,758 damage dealt. A little more than that damage received. Quite a bit of wood acquired. The materials used, only 5,180. It does not surprise me because Tilted Towers has quite a few wall structures that are already built.
Yep.
Got Nick looking like he's already picked up some shield, rotating around inside. Aiden, Nick, not shielded just yet. That 6-shooter picked up for only a moment and then replaced. Gray burst, now the gray AR. He's got a legendary heavy sniper rifle, good for, I mean, a body shot with that still does 157 damage, so Gomnik's not safe from that. Neither is Super Evan. They have to be over that. You know, another full shield or anything can make them quote-unquote immune to an instant knockdown. The grappler, though, here from Nick, I would not be surprised if when they both feel ready, that grappler is going to be utilized to get all the way up on top of that big gray building that the opponents have always landed in.
Yep.
Try and get a drop down on him. He does have a trap as well. They're going to rotate away, actually, towards the basketball court. Maybe looking for more loot because Nick doesn't have any shield. No shield yet means probably no push, and they're looking for any. I
think that's exactly what they're thinking, right? Instead of pushing forward at the enemies, they're pushing away to try to see what they can get Nick. And there you go. Aiden drops a big shield, and he's got another grappler too. So 2 fully charged grapplers. And is that a grenade launcher too on the ground as well?
Potentially, maybe a tag.
Oh, no.
The blue tag? The blue tag shotgun.
Sorry,
there.
I thought that was a grenade launcher. I need
to
get my
reference in the med kit.
Oh, and Evan and Godnick, they're changing things up a little bit this game. They're just flying away.
That might be maybe going over to the pawn shop down there at the bottom.
Yeah.
Both teams may be opting to say, we don't want to engage until we're both 100-100. Horrifying, Vanitize. We've seen these 2 teams spar here in Salty in the past. Or just a quick update. Ronaldo TV and his teammate have picked up 2 eliminations. Looks like the first pairs. Only 98 players remaining. Here we go. Tempo, Jamok. Jamok knocked down, which means Tempo's in a position. He's got to clutch up here. 1v2, and there's Rocks down below, and still shield on that target. 18 and 42. Still shield on the target. He's sitting on 26, a quick bandage, but he's not going to have time. His opponent's going for an aggressive push from above. Makes a ton of sense. You want to catch this opponent off guard. And there it is. Tempo goes down. Razru and Bog stay alive and pick up 2 eliminations.
I do have to give a shout out to Tempo, though. Razru had over, I think, 175 HP, and that's how close Tempo got him with only 40 health left. If Razru really didn't get the shields he got off the break, that's an easy fight win for Tempo. Did what he could. Just like that, Razru gets it. And yes, Evan and Godnick, they just straight up left. They did not want the fight this time. And I'm literally thinking it's less about the Nick Merckx and Aiden fight and more about the Zexro and Vinny rotation.
Opting to not get third. It's a guaranteed third party based on the previous games. So they're saying, okay, we'll go somewhere else. It's not, like you said, it's not necessarily because of Nick and Aiden, which is an intelligent play there. Riser and Tomo having a top down on R7 and Scruples. The very southeast corner, quite a bit of metal here. A little bit of brick, a little bit of wood, but a tough position if they're low on materials. The team from Rise, if they're not kitted here, there are not a lot of options for backing out of this. A little bit of materials, 2-1-0. Not a lot of ammunition in R7's inventory. They're biding their time. See the feed, Delphi knocking and eliminating Godnick, which means Super might still be up there.
Here's his play. R7 going for it. Tomo's going to drop down to the ground. No materials left and only a common assault rifle in his inventory. Rizar now knocked. You got to think this is not looking good. Cannot build. Cannot really defend himself. Not a lot of ammo left for R7. And there's a player with a sniper on top of the mountain. There goes Tomo. Scruples there with the elims. That's 2 elims for them, but there's already another team here already looking for another fight. Will they glide around in is the question. How weak do they think Scruples and R7 are?
Well, it depends on what kind of visual cues they saw. If they saw a shield break from that distance, which you can see it, maybe you're not close enough to hear it, but you can see it. If they saw that, it wouldn't surprise me if there was a push. Scruples having no shield now. R7 still sitting on 20 there. It looks like it might not be happening, which maybe that's a good call. At this point, Jack, pushing in, you could potentially put yourself relatively far outside the zone if they don't have enough materials to build back up on top of this hill. It's J-Love and Germ up there. No shield between the two of them, but yeah, that's semi-auto sniper rifle, 10 rounds, and a heavy shotgun. Single trap, 6-1-0 on the materials. Quite a bit with 89 left, but it's not going to be enough by the end of the game, so they can't stay up here forever.
Nope.
No teams right now currently alive with 3 eliminations or more. Mowgli lost Sorn at some point here. Going for the snipe. Oh, goes for it. No shield on that target. He's going to go for the repeat. The grenade, basically a perfect throw there down to 4 HP. Mowgli's going to panic a little bit and gets caught off guard by Payne.
Payne with perfect grenades right there. Look at Payne's materials already. This early into the game, he had maxed wood and even more metal and brick alongside it. Looks like Bumpa here was just dropped some loot from the heavens, it looked like, from the elimination he got. And with more loot on the ground there, I think Bumpa and Balla just got 2 eliminations, so solid start from them as well, as they're going to heal on up. But you take a look at their materials compared to Payne's, and they're not even in the same ballpark.
Pretty big value campfire there. Going to top him off. Balla should get relatively high. Actually, he should max out. There were a couple bandages on the ground. Wouldn't surprise me if that was used quickly. No shield for Bubba just yet, but he does have a full charge grappler. Blue AR on the ground there. Maybe a pass off the Balla as he's getting ready to move out of that campfire. Kind of surprises me, though, that sitting on the campfire right now, they're exposed healing to the north and west side. If somebody has a bead on them from a distance, one heavy sniper shot could make or break that duo. Now, this is Dusty. That was 2 teams bunkered up right next to each other in smelling distance almost. Fuzzy and Enigma, no reason to rotate out just yet. They don't have to go for some crazy movement. Maybe they'll even get lucky and get kinged at the circles on the east side, but they're very close still. Punisher and Tendons are split. If Fuzzy and Enigma try and take advantage of that and push on Tendons, it could be a tough situation to come back from. Pretty decent kit, a ton of materials, 814. Still in possession of a slurp, 6 grenades, a heavy shotgun. He's got a swap weapon for it.
He's going to chill right now.
Common AR isn't bad. You just tap fire at a distance. Very accurate players, so we'll take advantage of that. But
There's a full view of every team left. A crate sitting by itself there, just northwest of Leaky Lake, and another one at Viking Village.
I don't know. I'm hoping that whoever that is up there, hopefully they realize that they're both alone and right next to a crate, Jack.
They're worried it's bait. You know that feeling.
Absolutely. We go. Fuzzy and Enigma deciding to make a move here. Materials gathered over 1,000 wood. Very little brick. Doesn't surprise me based on the location they dropped, and quite a bit of metal. There are pieces of metal from when the meteor landed in the crater that are now inside kind of the amusement area of Dusty. Those are good opportunities to harvest a ton of metal simultaneously.
Nibs and Korea in a fight. You got to think that this looks like Zoof's fight to win. Crowdot just staying alive for a second, looking all around. Zoof, so much HP compared to his opponents here. Matching the builds, beautifully done, no hesitation. He wants to edit on in here. Can he hit the shot? He does. There goes Nibs. Wondering where the teammate is. It will wind up being Korea on the other side. Korea's just falling down towards the low side. Crowdot hears him, so Zoof's going to sprint right on over. Great teamwork here.
Minigun is excellent at removing any building your teammate,
good luck,
opponent might put down. Yeah. Kind of doesn't matter how many rounds, how many materials your opponent has. If you've got enough ammunition, they're not going to be able to outbuild that thing. But he runs out of small ammo, so it turns into a push opportunity. They're trying to track this opponent underneath, and there they might find him and get a tag. 41 damage, the dual pistols. This thing shred through materials. Wouldn't surprise me. He's going to go for the push through, and he does get Korea caught inside his own box there.
There it goes. And typically you'd be worried about some sort of, third party there. They're so far at the edge of the zone and everyone's already moved in that yes, they do get those limbs, but at the same time, they might be punished for having to rotate very far. Nate Hill was just stuck at the top of a build.
Going for shots at him as he's got to redeploy the glider. 31 mid-jump from Zexro. Are you kidding me? Hand grenades going for the Hail Mary there. Anything he could do to try and pick up that last hit. A trap, he had to have heard that.
9 grenades still left for Zexro.
He might have just spotted Funk through that doorway.
Yeah, I think he did.
Oh, the trap there. Grenades coming out for Funk, probably trying to back out at this point. Nope. Down to the bottom, the edit there.
You think the end's got to be near here for Nate Hill. Nice little grenade use. But
there it is. They actually
landed on top of
himself.
And there he goes. It was one of those things where it was almost like Misery Loves Company, I think.
In an interesting swap, too. I mean, that almost is it could be based on placement on the leaderboard. It might have been a mistake, but eliminating himself prevents them from picking up that elimination, which is one elim short from a point there.
I think what it was he went to throw the nade, and then a ramp came in, and then he lost control of the ramp edit. So the grenade just stayed on his side. He had no way to run out. He just kind of sat there and sat on it, and that was it.
We'll have to find out at some point. Gossi and Saint in a very healthy position here. Pretty high up in the sill, looking for anybody that might float in. You see them both just flicking up real quick, checking for anybody flying in. A rift to go, trading some ammunition between the two of them. And Walker and his teammate Enigma looks like he's solo down below. Cloaksy's still in it.
Windwalker just chilling at the moment. Still 79 players remaining in this one. Hunting rifle in hand. Wants to use that weapon to potentially swing the tide in a fight. Got to realize Lennon only has 100 HP. I don't know where that rocket's going. And it's the Make It Rain bonus now, folks. As again, this is now up to, I believe, $30,000, right?
Indeed it is. Yep, there it is. 5 minutes and 20 seconds. 30,000. We'll keep track of those elims on your screen as best we can. Take a quick look back. Nibs, Zoof, we were watching this fight earlier. Zoof got the knockdown there on Nibs. He finishes with the bludgeon. J-Truth and Wilds. We'll fight here. They're going to go for some replacements on some of these structures just to see if they can catch whoever's in the bottom of this off guard. You see there just a couple smacks from the pickaxe. The jump and build. And they're looking, trying to root out whoever is down underneath.
They're claiming everything. Semi-auto sniper from somewhere. What is that? Is that Nick Merckx and Aiden and Tilted shooting that? I'm trying to tell. I think it is from top Big Gray.
The most eliminations in this game right now is from Vilex at 3 single eliminations.
That's obviously in the game, not the make it rain bonus.
Exactly.
Who knows who will win this $30,000? Still 4 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. You know, as we go ahead and watch these players build battle, you heard the mentioning of Yo-Yo, keep it up. How has Fortnite changed your life, changed your year? You know, these are players and people that, in the Stream Invitational, for example, some of the golden ticket winners, I know some of the streamers were asking, they were saying, I'm going to use this to pay, my teammate was going to use it to help pay off his mortgage. You know, other people there have student loans, and it's incredible what this game can do. We talk about it, but the make it rain bonus of $30,000 is just nuts. And it can be life-changing for some of these players.
I was just mentioning Vilex with the most elims in the game currently, but Nick Mercs getting the knock. There's the elimination, which puts at least one up. Aiden getting the elimination on Giganza, which means that duo is gone, puts them at 2. Caliber and Nolan both at 2. Cease and Elevate with 1. There's still a tie for this Make It Rain bonus. But one of these teams might pull ahead. Still untilted, Aiden and Nick. These boys live here.
You know, Aiden and Nick loved all the updates, I'm sure, alongside a lot of the controller players that have recently come on in with the difference in the ability to add custom binds, the ability to instant edit, change the sensitivity between when you're building and shooting normally. All these things being used by Aiden and Nick to match the caliber of these top mouse and keyboard players. And there's the Make It Rain bonus on the side of your screen. It's right now tied between Caliber, Nolan, and Aiden and Nick Mercs. Remember, if it is tied, it will roll on over to the next game. Continue on through. Both players now at max shields. They've got 2 just below them. That's perfect tilt and Diggy. And Aiden's just going to reset with this launch pad for the moment.
The majority of this building he's on top of right now, the outside surfaces look like they've been replaced already, and Aiden and Nick might actually own it. We'll have to see as they move into here. Nick's looking, you know, stink grenades. He gets a tag. You could hear the audio cue there, which means he knows there's somebody in the bottom of this. He's going to try and go inside. He doesn't own the surfaces. He had to knock him out. There's that, oh my gosh, a laser from the side as the sandwich happens. You got to watch out, just potentially if there's a trap in there. Got to be careful, but Nick pushing inside. Maybe misses. He doesn't realize that his AR isn't reloaded. He has the double barrel, gets the knock on perfect tilt. The trap, though, he's got to be very careful. He's going to hug that corner so it doesn't go off. Gets that elim. Diggy is still alive somewhere in here.
That's at least 3 limbs down for Nick Mercs and Aiden. That's another point for this duo.
The crowd behind us cheering for this duo. They're making sure they hold on to this. Nick has his eyes on Diggy. He's going to try and push up. I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't maybe some drop down from underneath. Oh, surface replace. He's got to hear him.
There's one thing you know about
playing with Nick Mercs. There it is, the shot on Diggy, and he gets another elim.
There's one thing you know about playing with Nick Mercs is this man gets the double barrel, and now on the right side of your screen, look at the Make It Rain bonus. They've got the lead right now as time's ticking down. Here's from earlier on. Lands right on 1. This Vilex didn't even react.
Basically makes Vilex eat that double barrel. Meanwhile, Aiden, this is still earlier, sneaks inside the box and gets Giganza, catches him off guard on the inside. That's 4 elims total this game, all 4 of them in the Make It Rain bonus. And inside this box, Nick Mercs with the number of traps gets a knock on Cease. This could be number 5 and gets it. Elevate goes down to the trap as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, they're coming to life.
Absolutely dominating this game. 58 players left. 6 elims. They're 1 away from 3 points based on elims away. And I got to say, Jack, I think this Make It Rain bonus is in the bag for them. 24 seconds left.
These 2 boys are
They're not done yet. They're pushing up top. Aiden's got more players above him. The comms between these 2 we were watching earlier, you can see Nick
huge build battle right now. It's Morgossi and Saint versus Nick Mercs and Aiden. Nick and Aiden trailing, getting some damage done. If they get these 2, they're in big bonus territory. Aiden matching this. Look at what he's doing right. Absolutely stunning. He's got the high ground for the moment. The shot comes in.
Are you kidding me?
By Saint.
Nick fighting out.
There's the other, and Nick's on his feet, folks. It's big bonus.
Here with Aiden's got to be coming up here in a second. They take a moment to recoup from this. And Jack, these boys just showed up big.
And they are not done yet. Tilted Towers, it's theirs. Build Battles, it's theirs. And they are hungry for more. Already a 4-point game for Nick Merckx and Aiden. And they've got the high ground, they've got the health and mats to do it. This could be how they rise back up the ranks. We mentioned how they needed to come back, and there it is. I mean, they've got double the amount of limbs a second. Nick is just firing on down. Every other limb they get from here is big bonus. Every limb is another point. They know this. They know how key this is right now.
Jack, 50 players left at this point is a little bit of a heart attack there, I think, for everybody. As Nick drops down just a little bit.
This man doesn't stop. They're not even together anymore.
Aggressive push. He doesn't even care. Aiden see what they've been doing this entire time, but it might cost him.
We've seen this before, though.
Happened in a previous match. A little bit too aggressive.
Yes.
Aiden's gonna, at this point, most likely slow down just a second. Catch his breath. You have to realize he's got to push when his teammate is available. Now's the time to take advantage of this.
Nick,
they both know that.
He's right on the edge of the zone. He's got to move on in. There you go. Still doing it.
It's all materials. Aiden needs material backup from Nick. Nick's sitting on quite a bit here, so material share is going to be.
He's also got shields for him, but this is the downside of them being so split, you know? Aiden's just got to get. Aiden needs to get lost for a second here in all these builds, and he couldn't be further from the next zone. That's another big worry now, too.
These hand grenades might come in key. He's just going to huck some grenades as high as he can. I think he's trying to drop them in on a structure from above. And he's doing so actually really well against the knock-on. Cool. The heavy snipe swaps. Here it comes. He's going for another pair as he pushes in. Gets the Elim on Ghoul. There's one left from that duo. Still alive. 65, and there was a rift just in front of him. He's going to go in for it.
No way.
Can he make it in time?
No.
He can't. He's got to rotate with the Storm Jack, and he's got to stay ahead of it. He's got tons of players in front of him. He might actually get this one as well.
No! He gets shot in the back. Nick is still in this, though. Nick can fire from above. He's got tags on one. He's got eyes on another, but Nick's got to move. He still has a ton of material. He still has a ton of materials and shield. Nick now, though, he's in the fray with everybody else and no longer can just aim down on others. He's getting tagged by this zone down to 33 HP, down to 25 HP, down to 17 HP, down to 9 HP.
And that's 9 eliminations total for this duo, though, Jack.
Brilliant game from them.
The crowd going absolutely wild for the show those two just put on. 30 remaining, 8 seconds until this circle closes, and Nolan is missing his teammate, taking shots there as he catches players trying to rotate. This storm, next one's going to be punishing. 50 seconds, and it's already moving. The far south. Everybody's going to have to relocate, and you're going to want to pay attention to your feet quite a bit. Tendons didn't stick a landing in the middle of that, and this spread, top to bottom, we have a pair all the way at the top. But Carlos and the Generals, they're starting to drop down, and they may have just caught the team from Hero off guard. No, General actually got knocked by a fall, 29 meters. He missed deploying the glider on the way in. Bog looking for an Elim here on the outside. Maybe a player very low. Looks for the Elim. 34 shield tag. It gets shot from the back as he's trying to rotate in. His teammate Raz might not be able to save him. The circle is still rotating a player directly above him. A heal. This seemingly in the open. How is this man not getting spotted?
He's just got to go for it. He's just got to go for it at this point. As Raz is just sneaking on up. So little health.
Might actually be someone inside the box who's immediate right back there. 39 HP. He's got an opportunity here just to heal up. Cloaksy's still in this thing. Looks like TFUE may have been eliminated earlier.
But Cloaksy's got 4 limbs.
And as
I think that's the 5th.
That's 5th.
Cloaksy now at 5 limbs.
Cloaksy has been putting out a show already.
I'm telling you, he's the MVP. He is the MVP so far today, absolutely. Oh, and an awkward fight. Didn't land the trap. He's getting ripped up from everywhere, though. He's the target of multiple players at the moment. He's just going to reset with the glider.
Scoots out in the storm just barely, landing right next to this tree, kind of hiding himself in the structure. Blood and Raz both looking for a med kit. A shot through and Raz goes down. Only a handful of players left alive here, 11. Geber solo has 2 med kits, a mini, 2 campfires, which means this heal off might be his if nobody else sees him. Marksman checks out early. Nolan only bandages. We've got rockets coming. Base Soldier secures an elimination on Dementos. Kayun gets knocked by a rocket.
And was that Geber who had all that healing?
It is indeed.
Because he just got eliminated.
He just got eliminated. Cloaks, he's still alive. The shot, he shot up close. Are you kidding me? Base Soldier with a rocket. 5 players left. 6 elims there on Cloak as Sean's still alive from Ghost. Going for a play against...
2 versus
absolutely
1.
annihilated on the way up.
Here's the end of the game. They're dropping. Forty falls. He
Looking
falls
up.
down. And they don't know where the final player is.
He must be sitting out in the storm healing.
Oh,
there it is.
My gosh. Yeah. Ronan wins it.
Just barely staying alive, hugging the center of that circle. The team from Hero brings home a victory royale.
And that's the downside. There's that. It's a double-edged sword. If you stick in the zone and try to out-heal it, and the other player is moving with the moving zone,
there's just so much damage you take there if you can't stay ahead of it.
That's the difference. He had enough time to keep moving with the zone. He did his job, and there you go, Ronan with the victory.
Raz and Bar took home 6 elims that game. Cloak with 6 to his own name. But
5 teams had 5 or more elims that game.
But I think the elimination story in that one, Nick Merckx and Aiden, but these gentlemen from Hero taking home the victory royale.
Oh man, I cannot wait to see how this all plays out.
Well, this bus path looking like it's cutting the island basically in half. Southeast to northwest, from Paradise Palms to Junk Junction, we've got a solid spread of players. You can see there, don't forget those little icons, the llamas. There's one in retail, one just east-southeast of Salty Springs, and one just south of the little soccer field, sports complex there, west of Tilted Towers. I look forward to maybe match number 6, the duo, the 2v2 of Godnick and Super Evan versus Nick Merckx and Aiden. We got Bizzle and DMO dropping down into Dusty Divot, including a team, Tendons and Punisher. Tendons and Punisher have gone to the warehouses at Dusty all 6 games.
Yep.
You have to realize some of these players, I mean, TFUE and Cloak, again, looking at the minimap all the way down there. I've grown accustomed to seeing those red arrows down there, Jack, every single game. And still, surprisingly to me, no one trying to challenge that.
At some point, they've got to just send 10 people there.
I mean, realistically, how about this? If we ever end up playing in these, I'm going there. I want you to know that right now.
Yeah.
Solo.
I'll see you there
if I have to. No, you won't follow me because you don't want to run into Cloak or TFUE either.
Nope, not at all. As already, Nick Merckx getting this extra
quite
bit of materials.
Setup.
And I believe is this the new skin that literally just came out with the randomized skins? This is new, right?
I
think this is it.
Didn't this come out? I think that came out with the Earhart skin as well.
Oh, okay, maybe I'm wrong.
Do you even play Fortnite, Jack? I'm kidding.
Oh, my bad. I've been a bad skin buyer in the shop.
You'll make up for it, I promise. Don't worry. Aiden and Nick rotating across that north side there. Super Evan trying to get a top-down view, probably calling out to Godnick right now that they're in the open exposed, but Nick's got that grappler, so elevation might change. Shots from the top of that tower. Here we go, Nate Hill and Fung Bomb. It's a duo we're expecting this to see put up some big numbers.
My goodness.
17 eliminations from these two. Look at the materials, 15,000. And almost 10,000 wood acquired between the two of them. 700 more damage dealt than they've received, which I think that explains clearly why they've been picking up so many elims.
Yeah, why they're near those top spots. Nate
Snobby
Hill
Shores.
Popping that mini. Moving back over to Nick. He's just chilling right now. For the moment, doesn't have a lot of materials, but they're all in the same building. Godnick and Super Evan. I'll give them props, man. They have not backed down from any of these fights. Can Nick Merckx and Aiden continue this momentum they earned from last game with the 5 elim they put, with the 9 elims they put up, sorry, the 5-point game they had.
Those two just dropped down. You saw Super Evan and Godnick falling down the middle of that stairwell. Is how they got to the bottom so quickly. It wouldn't surprise me if Aiden maybe potentially looking for a peek and angle from up top.
With them running away and trying to like just get back from these fights, I think Aiden and Nick are thinking maybe these guys don't have as much shields as you know they'd like to have. Maybe they're most confident in their ability to fight right now, and I think that's why they're trailing this so hard.
Almost surprised. I'm kind of surprised Aiden hasn't hooked Nick up with that 50, even though it would only give him 25 shield, just topping him off. And this 2v2 has happened so many times. You know, Dopai over peak in a 2v2 of their own in Shifty Shafts. The shot from underneath, and Dopai loses all the shields, but Villex goes down. The duo, Villex and Jaganza, eliminated in the final game here. Dopai missing all of the shield. Over peak still sitting at 75. St. Morgassi, the tack shotgun, takes the team of Atlantis out. Paradise Palms, a pair of eliminations for this duo as well.
I feel like we've had a couple more limbs off the break right now. Players having to realize, hey, we need to put up some big numbers in this one if we want to climb back in, and that starts with getting these eliminations, moving towards the big bonus. Nick Mercs and Aiden. Now Godnick has made his way to the top of Big Red. I think Aiden right now might be falling back to try to give Nick the big shield, and well, as I say that, he gets ripped on up too. Here's Diggy, perfect tilt in their fight near the bridge. That was a quick little cleanup on the Germ, but back to the Nick Mercs and Aiden fight inside Tilted Towers.
There's a rift to go right next to Nick. If they need to get out, I wouldn't be surprised if they both double back to that. Somebody picks it up and they use it immediately. Now look, for just a moment in the distance from the sports complex, Zexro's name popped up.
Yep.
They might be getting ready to rotate east directly into Tilted to feed into the same 2v2.
It's worked for them in the other games. You know, why wouldn't they? Wow.
Ooh,
DK just ripped Dean in half with that AR spray. Sorry, with that SMG spray.
A window edit, quick window edit. DJ trying to find the other half of that duo there. Switching the ramp very quickly, trying to match height, gets an angle from underneath, but a third party taking shots from the southeast. He's gonna have to double back down and pop a couple of those minis. DK's gotta be in a position right now to assist his teammate. Aiden very low on HP.
Look at Nick's materials, legitimately zero.
Full zeros, half mats.
Half mats. Needed now more than ever. Both teams traded damage, and there's that third party we talk about.
Guarantee
Nick Mercs gets tagged.
It's got to be Zexro and Vinny coming in from that side.
And Nick's now knocked.
There it is.
They do the same thing every time. Nick's false skirmish run is over with that elimination. It's going to be up to Aiden to try to make some magic happen.
We saw him actually, if you recall, I think during the fall skirmish in a solo week, maybe it was summer skirmish, Aiden literally jumped around in the open, taking shots at people, rotating out of Tilted, and picked up so many eliminations. I would not put it past him to be able to clutch this up for that duo.
Here's Dean, who was able to disengage from earlier on. He did get rezzed by his teammate Lyle. They're just going to run because the zone is there, and wow, with 1:40 on the zone and it's already hit them, I feel like they've got to run a far, far distance. And I just looked at my map that I have here, and yeah, they have to go halfway across the map. These guys are all in a rough spot right here. Here's Aiden. He's used one slurp, looks like he's found another. Only 184 wood in his inventory. Let's keep breaking down for more. Here's a replay from Bala. Dropping on down to one. Quick swaps to those epic dual pistols. A nice shot on the Sketch. Did he find a second? Oh my goodness. Beautifully done. Winning that 1v2 with only 25 health.
Cloak and TFUE in retail. Must have rotated. At this point, I'm assuming they land down in the southeast corner, loot up like crazy, and then make moves towards, oh my gosh. They go for a rift to get here. 25 eliminations. Look at the material, almost 20,000 materials used, Jack. I think that's more material than I've ever used in Fortnite.
Oh yeah,
these are cumulative stats over the course of, I believe, the entire fall, sorry, just the grand finals.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. But either way, TFUE and Cloaksy down low. They've got players on it. That's the new one. That's the new skin that has come on in. The Patch Patroller.
Yeah, those stats were just from the grand finals.
Available now in the shop. Or will be available tonight. Again, the skins today are completely random, so just so happened that TFUE in this final game wound up getting it. So now you've got Cloaksy bouncing around.
They're going to start rebuilding those walls. Aiden on the outside here gets caught off guard by Vinny, that team that loves to third party at Tilted.
That's all they do, and it's smart.
We got a round of applause here, though, for Nick Mercs and Aiden. An excellent show from these two. They should feel really good about the performance today, Jack.
Yeah, I'm wondering where they wind up ending up on the list, right?
So we'll have to see after this game. Now, Vinny and Zexro, they still have to make just a tiny bit of headway, though. Vinny's going to sneak in. They're both sitting on a ton of shield. Still plenty of HP. TFUE and Cloak looking like absolute tanks in the middle of the building there. Base holder, marksman. Marksman missing a little bit of shield, but base holder 100, 100 as well. They're going to start knocking floors out. Pick up as many materials as they can. 72 hours, by the way, right now with the most eliminations in the game. You might have seen his name popping up in the feed. He's sitting on 3 of his own.
Yeah, think Chap might have some.
You have to imagine if Chap's sitting on even a pair of his own, that's 5 right there. 2 points.
Really wanted to damage that floor.
Very angry at the floor. And TV's barely. Swag Noodles saw his teammate down there trying to establish a 1v2. Ghoul, every shot he can get. Sap comes in to help Ghoul out. This duo knocking 2 more elims out. TJ going down to the Storm in the feed there. 74 players remaining. The match almost 10 minutes through. Saf and Ghoul going to lick their wounds in the building there, but the medkits between the 2 of them will make that easy. Gebber and Left Eye flying in those ramps. Just quick ramps up, single ramps, no reinforcement, just because all they need to do is fly for just a little bit of time. It's like Left Eye's playing a platformer there, jumping into the
max stack grapplers. So darn good to have 3, or basically 4, 5, 3 in materials. As they just hang out for the moment.
I think an interesting stat to note here, the furthest distance elimination, Jack, was more Gossi thus far, only 27 meters away. All of these fights have played out very close range.
Very, very close range.
I think to me that states that a majority of the players that have been eliminated, by the way, a ton of materials in Zoop's inventory.
Yep.
Majority of the players eliminated have been from people dropping at the same POIs or just barely rotating in. Nothing has really been on rotation or a third-party situation just yet. Frost getting shotgun there. DK's looking to pick up some tags over there on Devious, the 2v1. SMG spray gets Devious down from TJ, and he's going to pop those bandages to stay alive in the storm. They still have quite a ways to travel.
Tempo and Jo.
Another duo from FaZe. We've seen these guys put up excellent performances in the past.
They've got Wilds and J-Truth above them. Cease and Elevate right next door as well. How will they play this? It looks like they're just trying to hide, pickaxes out, just chilling on the low ground as Wilds and J-Truth are feeling real confident with all their health.
We saw on our screen for just a second, Jack. We made reference to 72 hours in Chap. Chap actually has already been eliminated with 0 elims.
Wow.
So only 3 elims for that duo, but that's still a point. Could make or break a placement for them.
Oh, absolutely. Points at this stage of the game, 1 placement, 1 point in that top 10, if they wind up making it in there, are the difference in thousands and thousands of dollars. It's Tempo and Jamok just staying low. Again, they are in the zone. Vinny and Zexro, we talked so much about how aggressive they are. They were the ones that did eliminate Aiden and Nick Merckx in this game. It looks like they want to fight for more against Marksman and Base Soldier. Every time we've shown Marksman, it's funny, he goes to call out something on the map and ping it. It's like, we always catch him like mid-strategy call out.
Curious if they're going to go for a couple shots on them. They're floating away. Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to see here. He's trying to look for a peek. And here we go.
Make it rain bonus time.
The final Make It Rain bonus to the fall skirmish here. You hear that siren going off. Gives them 5.5 minutes for $10,000, the most eliminations during this time period.
Yeah, if no one claims this, it actually rolls over to the big bonus, the extra bonus there is for eliminations for the entire tournament. So that prize, I believe, would go from $50,000 to $60,000 if no one claims this Make It Rain. See what he gets in the crate. Anything good?
Anything good, Jack. It looks like a whole lot of good. He slides down. Vinny maybe missing the placement on the floor there. Angle catching him off guard. No big deal.
You got to think he'd drop one of these slurps for... Oh, wait, they already have. He already has two.
One of those slurps for another slurp, Jack. I'm not sure what to do at this point.
Nope,
Zexro's
just going to go pick it up. Yep, and use it.
A lot of players there. Still a team. The warehouse at Dusty Divot all the way up in the north. Northeast has a team. You got a pair rotating in from the east side, a few in the southeast corner. So there's a handful of teams still outside the zone. It looks like that north side push is going to be the most difficult around Dusty and further. 24 seconds until those teams have to start moving. And Vinny and Zexro have kind of a top-down view on everybody. At this point, maybe ramping up and just floating their way in. Oh my gosh, what am I looking at? The ramp size there. He looked at it for just a second. Jack, do you see that thing? Look at that thing. No one shot that down while they were building up.
Apparently not. And there it goes now, but...
You've got to imagine if someone built that ramp that high, I'm going to be...
They just glided to the south of the map.
And there's no way that they're still up there. So potentially shooting that ramp down was almost a waste of ammunition.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't have much,
every single round kind of counts. Z's getting the knock on J-Truth, SMG, Zoof, and Crodot just hanging out here. Elevate finishing that Elim you see in the feed. Tempo, Jamok, we saw moments ago. That push, as I mentioned, from Dusty Divot south is going to be one of the most difficult ones. So many teams built up in the same area using these trees as the line of sight.
Trying to break on through. Again, this is where these games get insanely hectic. 70 players left in the lobby. Tempo goes down. DK trying to finish this elimination, and he does actually get it. Will he grab the grappler? You got to assume so. And boom, just like that, DK and TJ are right now at the top of the Make It Rain bonus. But there's still a lot of time left for teams to begin to make some noise.
There's a rift to go down there.
Nope, they missed it.
They just barely missed it. Did they grab the grappler or not? I couldn't quite catch it. The shotty there.
I don't believe so.
DJ's going to try and secure his friend. He might not be able to do it, though. Wild's in the mix with everybody else, pushing from outside the Storm and gets TJ in the back as he's rotating in. Very little HP left, but the Storm's only ticking for 2, and he only has a little bit of ways to go. Gonna have to pop that just barely to save himself. No fall damage taken. Still only 28 HP. Has a full shield in his inventory. You hear rockets coming out. Zexro shotgunning Marksman in the feed and picks that elimination up. Wild's hoping that nobody tracked him into this box, Jack. He's got to get that shield off if he wants to stay in it. Fung bomb in the feed, picking up a knock on Dementos. Pate is still alive. Gets the elimination, finishes it off. That's 2 teams with 2 eliminations apiece in this Make It Rain bonus with only 2 minutes, 15 seconds left. Bizzle and DMO have a top-down view on who is below them, but they can't really third-party because you have multiple teams over there, the west side from where they are, the top right of your screen. They're going to take shots as soon as they peak. Every elimination right now it feels like it's even more important than the last, and you cannot expose yourself for too long. You have to make the decision as to whether or not going for an elimination and maybe pushing for a big bonus, those extra points, is the right play call, and Bizzle and DMO are just waiting, biding their time for a rotation.
They're just hanging out at the moment. What do Dean and his teammate wind up doing down low? You see Wild still there. They're trying to chase down that elimination. Bizzle and DMO, they hear it. They just haven't been able to act on it quite yet. Now here's a look at Salty. Cloaksy and TFUE. Still alive, still with max health each.
Multiple teams from Ghost stacked up in the same structure right now. Ghoul and Saf. Some teammates down below. Opponents right now, though. Shot, seeing if there's anybody in the box. He pays the price for peeking just barely, takes a little bit of damage. Vinny and Zexro sitting on some of these cubes. They're going to use these in an effort to just float past anybody they can. You can't see me in the air because you're looking at everybody else.
See, now, I would almost love to see them use the same tactic as before, where you float it up as high as you can. Now they're going to land and just pop in the middle, and still they made it, absolutely. But
the play call there, probably just trying to get into the safe zone. Yep. Shots going to come out, kind of exposing the open. A very small box. That sting grenade is going to cost him just a little bit to drop down the shotgun. And the second shot from that double barrel missed, but it doesn't matter to Cloak. He gets the Elim.
And he got knocked by a trap. So that player, because they got knocked, they'll be able to get. They should be able to get this res off. And they've got some utility to get out of here as well.
Nobody's going to make a push on that just yet. You saw Bog relocating. Dean was still knocking down a tree, trying to build up his own small 1x1 box. Anything to stay alive. The sharing of the shield there. Here we go. Ziff, Ronaldo pushing in on top of a box with an opponent underneath them.
And Ziff and Ronaldo already at 5 elims this game. Vinny and Zexro just joined as well at 5 elims now. Well, that's a beautiful.
Multiple tags in that box.
It's a beautiful stink. Was that on a TFUE and Cloak?
I believe it was.
Yeah. He's nearby this next zone too. Will not have to go too far.
TFUE and Cloak not missing a ton of HP at this point. Yeah, based on the position on the minimap, that had to be them that just got stink bombed.
He wants these materials so bad, and the items down there. There's a look at your scoreboard so far. Nate Hill and Funk Bomb at 3, so they'll get a point as well. TFUE and Cloaksy at 2 in total. Blind and Hysteria, who are doing very well in the first half of today. Haven't heard much of them since, but they're on the verge of potentially earning a point too.
You see in the bottom right, TFUE just took a little bit of damage. Another stink grenade coming out. Those stink bombs are so powerful in these competitive matches because so many players are in one or two or three box bases, and that's it. Zoning with those is incredibly good. Vinny and Zexro, we've had our eyes on multiple times. They took out Nick Merckx and Aiden.
They're already at the zone, so they're in a good position. Ziff just got another elimination, putting them now at 6, so they're on the verge of big bonus as well. Zexro and Vinny trading some of this ammo. They have a Portal Rift, a Rift to go.
Now, this might be the lowest player count we've seen at the first circle move. 40 players remaining. typically, I mean, previous games we've seen 60 plus.
Oh, Jayamok now done too. Hysteria with another knock. If they can finish that elimination, that'll put them at 3. Should give them a point. Morgossi and Saint still in this as well at 2 total eliminations. And yes, Hysteria and crew confirm that elim, putting them now at 3. Will they get into the big bonus is the question for Ronaldo and Zip right now. Remember, this is the final game of the FORTNITE Fall Skirmish. Weeks and weeks have led up to this. Just shy of $2 million in prize money on the line this weekend.
Campfire there, trying to go for as much HP just in case during rotation someone decides to invade, catch them off guard. And here's the spread of the remaining players in this zone. A crate waiting atop Bizzle and DMO, and they may not even know it exists. TFUE and Snood moving across, trying to pick that up, and they go for it and get it inside the box. Blind Hysteria still alive at the bottom. TFUE and Cloak at the top left of your screen still alive. Tendons and Punisher still alive. A number of teams we've seen from the beginning of these games almost every single time, and the distance on this one, Jack, is going to be tough. They got to move to the southwest corner of Salty Springs.
They're getting there right now. Blind and Hysteria are definitely getting there. What I do really like is how they're using these materials right now. One was just nearby. Tried to go for the quick edit on the window to potentially secure another elimination, but look at how Blind is maneuvering. He's not panicking and overbuilding, right? He's making the most of every mat he has, not actually going for that pump shotgun.
Choosing the common tack.
Wow.
Caliber and Nolan floating in. He still has what looks like potentially another rift to go. We'll have to see depending on what's in his inventory when he lands. Saf takes out Raz.
Funk Bomb with another knock. They're now at 5. But Nate Hill is knocked, and Funk Bomb's taking a lot of damage from the zone.
Ronaldo and Ziff still sitting at 6 eliminations. One more will get him a 3rd point, and every elim after that is the big bonus, which means a potential for a ton of points for that duo. Funk Bomb hanging on there. Then he's going to take shots from behind as these players rotate, but he's going to start to take storm damage. He's got to start moving.
They're gatekeeping right now. These stinks could be huge as well. People have to run right through this. A big 70 tag. No follow-up yet. Vinny does get tagged hard. Zexro still very healthy with a rift to go as well.
Over 1,000 small rounds. Are you seeing that? Are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness.
SMG spray for days. Zexro.
Saf and Ghoul just moved to 6 elims. Ronaldo and Ziff at 6 elims. Vinny and Zexro at 6 elims. Who will move in a big bonus first? If any.
The play style change, Jack, I feel is apparent. Multiple teams at 6 eliminations.
Yep. Oh my gosh, look at the elim feed. Saf and Ghoul just jumped to 9 elims. Is that a 10th? 10 elims now for Saf and Ghoul. Oh my goodness. That just came out of left field.
So fast. Cloak still in the feed.
It's a 6-point game for them.
Cloaksy's still around, has 3 to his name right now. 12 players remaining, Jack.
Ronaldo and Zip, they have not moved into big bonus yet. Rocket goes up. They're going to go ahead and fall on down.
The only rocket he had left. You can hear him land on top and start to build. The layering up, 9 players left as the circle is almost closing. Cloak and TFUE are out.
Yep. Great performance from them today. We'll find out where they stack up when we reveal the winners and standings after this.
Zexro sitting at 2 eliminations. His teammate is 5. Vinny has 5, which means they're at 7. Every single elimination for Zexro at this point.
No, Saint just fell.
Saint falls.
Nice knock. Zexro floating on down. He's just hoping people almost forget about him up here.
He could pick up multiple points right now
by just floating.
There's 6 opponents left.
Yep. I believe they're guaranteed top 5, which will be another point too.
Jack, look at the number of players just exposed in the open fighting each other. He's going to dip in. DMO.
He's floating on down. DMO now out. Zexro in the fight. Can he get it?
There it is! 8 eliminations.
Big bonus and the victory royale.
Jack, that game was worth 7 points for that duo.
Oh, what I say, it doesn't matter what your day's been up to this point. One pop-off game can make the difference. 8 eliminations and the victory royale. Beautifully played at the end. He saw his moment of opportunity, and he strikes right here. Look at this. Lands right on him before they can even react. He's got him eliminated. Beautifully done by Zexro. Congratulations.
That's right, Ninja New Year's Eve. Now, here's the thing, buddy. You're coming to New York City. You know that your boy's from Brooklyn. You better hook a brother up with it.
Absolutely. I mean, we're going to need some casting going on at some point.
That's all I'm saying.
It's actually brilliant. Didn't think about that.
Are you free? New York. Yeah, you know, New Year's Eve.
I'm free.
I know. We should go together.
Yeah.
Why don't we make it a thing?
We should make it a thing.
I'm down.
I like that.
All right.
Well, we're trying to make it a nice special event. I know. Yeah. Mama Family's coming. It's going to be great. But you know what? Did enough about that. Honestly, I'm here to watch Dr. Lupo, hopefully, perform.
Yes, hopefully perform. That's right, the Stream Invitational. We got some of your favorite Fortnite content creators. And I think what's so special about this, as we had mentioned before, we have the golden ticket. But the golden ticket allows you to come in here, play games. And it's not just one game. No, they're playing all 3 games. And on top of that, because, you know, the spirit of TwitchCon is about meeting your favorite content creators. But here, it's about playing with your favorite content creators. And I think that's actually going to be pretty sick. But we're going to be jumping into the game right now. I see my boy Swifter right there. Looking forward to seeing him throw down. Got a lot of familiar faces out there. I see Gassy Mexican out in the crowd. It's going to be fun.
That's my beautiful Spaceline, man. You know, fun fact about Spaceline is that I hosted him one time. I think it was like right at the beginning of FORTNITE almost. And he blew up after that. He did so well, and I'm just super happy for him. And now look at him now, dude. Here he is. Playing in the Stream Invitational. We got people dropping right now.
Yeah.
Zeke.
Man.
Can people hear you yet?
I don't know.
I'm a little upset.
Can you guys hear me?
Well, I think
Probably not.
Probably not.
This is incredible, man. This is an easy casting experience. I'm always interested when it comes to these types of things, right? Because this isn't a super mega esports competitive, right? This is, you know, it's kind of like streamers and you know, some players. So it's like, are they going to try, you know, super hard? Are we going to get people farming up 999 mans?
I think people are going to go pretty sweaty here at Ninja.
They usually do.
Yeah, you know, I don't see a reason why you wouldn't. I mean, this is like where you basically throw down and then you get to brag. By the way, you see right there, Monster D-Face was casting yesterday. Great caster, but also a fantastic Fortnite player as well. Kitty Plays, the Vic there as well. You got a lot of names popping up on this screen.
That's an interesting landing spot to land on top of Idiot Mountain is what some people call it because it's just the biggest mountain. There's a couple chests there, but you know, not a lot of material, so we'll see what happens there. Dr. Lupo is already dead.
No! Dr. Lupo!
He might have been the first person to die.
Wow.
Pack-a-puncher.
That is actually really unfortunate. Oh, that was a controller player, too. So there's that. I'm not going to let him live that down.
No, as you shouldn't. There's Hamlin.
That is the tallest man in the world, by the way.
1,000,000%. You guys haven't met him. Everyone else isn't short. He's just that tall.
Yeah. He's just that tall.
Is he taller than you, Tyler?
Are you being serious?
No,
I haven't seen him. He's like 4 or 5.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I've never seen him before. I haven't had a chance to say hi to him.
We break the mystery.
Oh man, now I feel like a rightful.
So sorry.
You know? No, it's okay. You know, you threw me under the bus. Both
He really is the tallest.
You guys aren't my friends anymore.
We're talking about. Okay, here we go. See the replay. Oh wow, he just went right into it as well. Oh, there's the smile. At least he looks good when he died.
He looks so handsome.
Eliminated. Look at him. Look at him. What a beautiful man. He said he was feeling beautiful on his Instagram, and he definitely was not lying.
Not beautiful in game.
This is Optic Whiskey. I've never, I don't think I've ever seen any of his gameplay, so I'm pretty excited. That's a beautiful kit. I'm telling you right now, he doesn't have a lot of shields, but he's got a lot of mushrooms in the area, so he can just, you know, pop some mushrooms and get to probably about 40 shield. But if you have a Scar, a blue pump, and a blue SMG early game, and you have a grappler, you're sitting pretty. I mean, that's like end game loot. I've literally watched, you know, some of the FaZe players and some of the pro players in the skirmishes have a gray SMG, a gray AR, and bandages, and make it to like the top 10 situation. So when you have a good kit, man.
Yeah, it's very, and you know, I mean, we're talking about some of the you know, best players in Fortnite, right? Just making it happen with a you know, with what they have, right?
Yeah,
like
with
just,
nothing almost,
you know,
right?
Sometimes, right? You know, the loot just doesn't work in your favor, right? But I saw Monster D-Face up above, and it seemed like he had just gotten into a battle. I am curious to jump over with him later on to see how he's doing. We'll keep track of that one as well. But for now, though, we're going to be taking a look at the Vic. Mist actually just took down
Monster right now
as well. There's Monster.
See, all grayed out, man. Gray SMG, 2 gray ARs, some clingers, and some bandages. Not like to be in this position, but he's, you know, the circle's already updated, and you don't see any of the outlines on the corner map, which means that he's more than likely in the center of everything, which is usually pretty good. He can just chill here, and he's in no rush whatsoever. Bliss got a FAMAS of Boogie Bombs. I'm super happy about the Boogie Bomb update from Epic, making it so that there's 2 of them coming in instead of 1. That's beautiful. The quad launcher is phenomenal, man. It adds so much pressure when players are building.
pressure, though. Monster D Face is going to be in a bit of a pickle now as Bliss is looking to go and challenge that. I think there's going to be another player right next to him as well. Monster D Face taking the damage. Bliss, can he come out on top of this one? Oh, he's not going to have any shield to deal with it, but he gets the elimination on Monster D Face. Very well done by Bliss.
You can just tell he was super confident in everything he was doing. His edits were clean and consistent. I don't think he missed a single one of them. And then that's tough to do when you're at a lane environment. Well, pressure's on the line. Yes, you see it. Man, that was a nice connection, dude.
That never happens for me.
That's a 65 headshot. Gotta love playing on land, man. Here's Symphony, the edit legend, going up against Skrex right now. This is at Westworld. There's no way he's gonna be getting out of this one. I don't think. I like the stink bombs. Is gonna add some pressure, but unfortunately none of those gonna connect. And here comes the finish. Symphony cleans up the kill very easily. Look at that hair.
So good looking.
Majestic. Look at that.
I wonder what kind of product he puts in it, you know?
Dude, who knows, man? Maybe a wax, potentially. Could be some OG crew.
I don't know anything about hair product because I have none.
Well, you know,
Oh no.
I have no
I'll see how
hair.
it is, man. You know what, dude? You're lucky. I change my hair product every day looking for the perfect one.
The perfect color of blue.
Okay,
Perfect
Absolutely,
shade.
dude.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how difficult it is, man, to maintain color in your hair? It's
Is
very
it?
difficult.
I've considered it.
I
But I
wouldn't
feel like
know.
it would be. I feel like it would be difficult.
It's tough, dude. I mean, like,
I thought about painting my scalp one time. but
You
that
should
was-
do it.
I
It's
should.
like an Easter egg thing.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know?
We should do it.
I mean, you can do so many cool colors. But yeah, just taking a shower and just seeing blue just fall out. It's just like, what am I doing? We got 5 minis. Beautiful. This is literally a perfect kit, man, for competitive play. Right, you got your SMG, up close weapon, shotgun, obviously to switch back and forth, and a green AR is going to be doing some dirty damage. Typical, do you know who I think does not get enough credit? I mean,
Yes.
Typical gamer. He's a very, very good player.
Yes.
And I don't think that people. Whoa, what?
I don't think that.
Is that how far you can go? I didn't know you can go up that high. Is that how? Can you please explain?
Yeah, he's going that high, man.
I didn't know. I've never
Yeah,
seen
I
it.
actually did not think you can go.
I mean, most
like
of the time
that.
you're flying that high, you're getting shot at, so you're trying to bail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Look
get
at
pretty
that
high.
streamer loot.
I
Is that
know.
YouTuber loot or streamer loot? Because
Nah.
I want whatever it is. I want that. Myth,
Yeah,
man.
right.
Oh my God. Let's see if he's gonna take some fall damage. He's not so far, so which is great. I really want it. I've been wanting Myth to perform so well at events for such a long time. Ever since he came out to the Vegas event, you know, had some unfortunate, you know, running into the rarest glitch in the game. Some people know.
I remember that one. That was great too.
Some good clean edits coming out of Myth, man. You can, ooh, he's getting double teamed. Dude, that's a third party. You never want to see it. He's got a rip to go though, so he can pop that. He's gonna drink the minis instead.
I think it's time to bail.
Yeah, you gotta be careful though. This player will 1,000,000% be taken up with him.
It's Valkyrie. It's okay.
This is poetic.
Okay, Valkyrie on the hunt here.
Oh, I totally forgot, man. You have no idea. I've been gone for 3 days. And I haven't played Fortnite since. I keep forgetting about oh, here it comes. Myth. You gotta use it. Just use it, man. There
Yeah,
you go, bud.
Especially with
worth
that
it.
other third party, just even if they follow up, it's fine. You just got to get out of there, stay alive.
I love how Valkyrie's just sitting in that tree. That's actually fantastic.
I respect that.
Dude, it's really, I mean, there's no way you're going to be seen. It's very rare for people to be seen when they're in tops of trees, but she's actually not in the safe zone as well. So she's got that deploy glider, right?
Yeah.
Tim the Tabman still finds a way to take fall damage, even
Yeah.
after that update.
When I saw it, I was like, oh, no, this is actually going to be really good for Tim. And no.
He still, he did it the first day. It was fantastic. He just died, and he was just doing one of those classic Tim the Tabman moments. With a fight going on, some AR hip fire. Does he not have a shotgun? He should switch to his SMG, but it doesn't matter. Kirby Lama's going to go down to Zetus. Myth could be popping up that delicious med kit.
I think he topped off with the 2 minis, so he took more damage. It
Yeah.
looks like potentially from Agony.
He just needed to, you know, this is something that I always preach, man, with a lot of people when they're watching my stream. And, you know, I'll have full shields or minis. Or whatever. It's just a certain situation when you have utility and you're in a fight and you could die. It's like you just need to use it, all right?
Yeah.
Would you rather use it and live or die and be like, oh, man, I could have used my
Could have
Porta
used it,
4
yeah.
earlier or my Porta Rift to go. Myth would have been 3 minis up. And it wouldn't have taken all that damage.
Do you see that? Courage, JD, just sitting over this little hill here.
Is he close?
Yeah.
This is going to be, someone's dying here. Valkyrie's the very low on materials. She's trying to do her best right now to block herself off. But unfortunately, this is probably one of the worst areas to ever be.
Doesn't really have a lot of resources to work with as well. So.
All these windows and the hole in the walls, so she, you know what I mean? She's got to destroy all of these if she wants to fully protect herself. Spanos is a very talented player as well. 600 metal.
Yeah, he's got so much to work with.
Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. I don't think he has he doesn't have his edit key bound. I don't think.
Oh,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does not matter at all. Gets that elimination.
It's a beautiful
on the
shotgun shot.
Valkyrie. But Courage was still looming overhead.
I think he might have just
he
built
bailed?
over there and just flew away. That's what that looks like right there.
Exactly what that looks like, especially with the glider redeploy. You're
I
just
love the glider
I want to
redeploy.
leave now. You can leave.
There he is.
Yeah, you can see, well, I mean, he also has a very good kit, but also no shields, no minis, no nothing. He's hoping for a slurp right there, but even it's what, Purple Vending Machine is at 275 or something like that? I don't even think he has enough material of anything.
He's trying to get it right now. He's hoping.
God, I've never met a more majestic man.
Yeah.
He is the widest man I've ever met in my life. The
Look at the
biggest man.
scoreboard, man. Myth has 2 kills already. Is that Marky? Markalors? 4 eliminations already, so is that a point, I believe?
No, this is all placement based.
All
and
placement
at the
based.
end of the day, whoever has the most eliminations per game, 10K, 10K, and 20 in the duos. So
Beautiful, man.
right now, Markin's looking pretty good.
4 eliminations is, I'd be feeling incredible about myself. When you get kills in these talented lobbies as well, it always feels a little bit better than just when you're doing a normal solo. 56 players left too, which is usually less than what we normally see in a full-blown top competitive match, which is great. Nice kill. These are some great shots, man. I love watching Fortnite so much.
Yeah, as a competitive game, it's like just very entertaining to like be able to see like the different ways that players can get out of a sticky situation to building, but then at the same time like re-engage in different ways. I just always have enjoyed how this game like functions as a competitive title.
Definitely, man. The one thing I'm doing when I'm spectating or casting or just watching, man, I'm always looking for new building methods and just how players play certain situations. You can never stop improving, man. Always got room for improvement. Now, what this guy's doing is questionable to me.
It's a lot of match wasted.
Yeah, he's just burning so many materials.
I think you got to think too, especially if this is someone that's coming in as a golden ticket. They're probably like, there's a lot of big names here. I have to just be as safe as possible.
Absolutely.
Many people are golden ticket competitors, right? Think about how awesome it's going to be able to win in a lobby that is as stacked as this.
Yeah.
Like that is going to be very, very big for them.
Bill's doing really well. Get those minis, pop them real quick. Courage is trying. He's got Floss and sniffing right behind him, man. Spanos, dude, got out of there real early. He was actually behind Courage and now he's in front of him, so we'll see what he's going to do here. She just looks so calm, so comfortable. Hamlin's in a terrible health situation, but he's got 2 full shields.
And as I am the tallest man.
Tallest man.
Tallest man. Look at those statistics.
Yeah. You like that?
I like that a lot,
value.
man.
There you
That's
go.
brilliant.
Oh, a slurp.
That's
Be
unfair.
able to top off.
My slurp now. Drink up, Hammy Ham. Drink up.
It's not going to give him a lot though, but at the very least he has the shields for the protection. He also has 2 more shields as well. So.
Slurp gives you 75. It's just going to take a long time to get up there.
Yeah, I mean, if he runs into someone.
Dude, listen, when it comes to in events like this, I actually would prefer to have more health than shield. Like, obviously I want shields, but you take a lot of fall damage, dude, when you're in, in build battles with a lot of these top players. Obviously you can still do your redeploy of the glider, but there's stink bombs and there's just so many, I feel like your health is actually usually a little bit more precious sometimes.
Yeah. This is a replay coming in from Marky, who, by the way, sitting on 5 eliminations after this.
Oh man, this is him, yeah.
I think that actually
Beautiful
puts
shot.
him at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, he's
here.
in there. He's got 5 now. His player's going to be running away. He's got a very accurate suppressed scar right now. You do not want to spam when you're using this gun. Once you get a nice little rhythm, tap, tap, tap-a-roo in the shots, man, you can very well. This is my favorite gun to have when people are gliding away from me, because I can hit almost every single shot on it. You just got to be patient and not try to spray with it.
Mid
Ooh,
found
Mib's just got
himself
another kill as well.
elimination.
Femstep shotgunning. Is that Elebrel?
Yeah.
Elebrel. Elebrelli.
Ailbreel.
Is it Elbrel?
I don't know.
Just going with it. I believe you. See, this is the problem that we have right now, Zeke. I believe everything that both of you say.
I do too, dude. I literally.
And then it's deception. It's deception.
deception.
It truly is. But we got a crazy battle that's going on over here.
Lay's got a gold scar. Oh man, look at that. That's just beautiful. That's a beautiful kit, man. Decent materials. Gold scar. It's got a nice little quad launcher, rift to go. When you're playing in these games, dude, if you have a rift to go, you immediately survive an extra circle.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just turtle up, wait till you have to be pushed out of the storm, and then use the rift to get to the next spot. So it's nice. It's always that perfect in the back of your mind. You're like, I'm not going to die. Truly, you should never die with one of those unless you get sniped in the head.
Yeah, because you know that you always have that escape plan. You always have that option to get out of the action and reposition yourself. But
look at Pumper, man. That's a beautiful tower right there.
Yo, but Kinstar's coming over this hill right now.
Kinstar's a beast. Gray AR only, though. This is what I was talking about. Kinstar's probably one of the best players in this lobby. And just seeing how he only has a gray AR, it's like, just imagine the damage that he could be doing if he had a gold scar.
I mean, you know, there's a player close by that's got one, and Lay.
Yikes. Wait, just come on, close it off, man. I don't know. I wouldn't. There you go.
Yeah,
No
it's
reason.
not really necessary for you to try and poke out of that one.
Dude, trust me, man. I can't tell you how many times I'm in these situations and I'm just like, oh, let me just open up a window real quick, do some. Oh, I got sniped. All right, man. We're closing off. There goes the rest of my shields that I had.
That's that. Okay, great.
You got to be careful, man. Everyone is farming up materials. Everyone's farming up literally all, like everything around you. You know, chests are all going to be gone, floor loot all gone. So the only way you're going to be able to get anything is if you kill someone, or sorry, eliminate someone and take their loot, right? And their shields. So you got to try to keep up your stuff as much as possible.
Well, here's Chauncey going up against Pack-a-Puncher. Pack-a-Puncher actually picked up I think he was the one who took out Dr. Lupo earlier on, but Chauncey now going to be in a world of hurt here. Does have the minis to be able to give himself that added protection with the shields if necessary, but doesn't have anything in that launcher. So really, I mean, you know, good weapons all around, but I'm sure like in certain instances you want to have that the grenade launcher to, you know, kind of be able to like ward off anyone in case you feel like you're going to be in a tough spot.
Yeah, late game with a grenade launcher is very powerful. You got a lot of people who are going to be, you know, close together, stacking on top of one another, and you know, if they're not sitting in brick or metal and they have wood, you can just completely destroy their all their, you know, materials and buildings. And it was just 2 shots and hit some real good damage. And as you can see, Damage Shark's got 1,550 damage from Marky, man. He's shooting those structures like it ain't none.
And that stats, you saw 800 damage to players done just so far in this game.
That's incredible. Kitty plays in a very good spot right now with shields, but she's got a double barrel. Double barrel is very interesting still. I still don't know how I feel about it, man.
You're not on the double barrel hype train?
Well, it got the nerf that it definitely needed. Hitting 150, you know, body shotting people is very strong, especially, you know, in competitive and late play. But, you know, it's just you got to be accurate. But it's also nice when you have that heavy shotgun. You can do a nice little scoped in with it from, you know, 10, 15 meters out sometimes and pop someone for 100. It's like there's so much value in that. Fear itself, good friend of mine.
Yes.
Doing very well. 100.
As expected.
Absolutely, dude. Fear's a great player. I'm excited to see how he's going to continue. And dude, it's only 38 players left, which is great. We're going to actually have some pretty good action and fights coming soon. Take those. He's going to take the pop shot. Ooh. We're going to go to replay Gotaga, the French legend, man. Dude, I'm telling you, every time I always forget. Oh, what a... Courage!
Oh, man. You know, that must have brought a smile to his face.
Peekaboo, dude. Gotaga took me out as well in the E3 event.
I remember that. I cast that one.
Wildcat and Myth are really close to one another. Kinstar's about to go down. Marcel just got eliminated by Death de Nogla. Oh my god, Nogla took out Marcel. Are you kidding me? Dude, they're friends. They do videos all the time. Poetic justice. That's poetic right there, man.
Look at that. Look at that. Look how many players are left alive in there, man. And by the way, I did get confirmation from the back. So Marky Loris, our #1 player at this point in time, just a TwitchCon attendee.
Oh,
really?
Just a guy who got the golden ticket.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
Playing.
There
You want to know how to make a name for yourself, man. You just show up to these types of events. Save up your money, man. Go to any FORTNITE skirmish. This is the second one that's kind of been public, right, where anyone can somehow attend and practice and things like that, or just wait in line. That's a great shot from Triz, man.
Going back to that heavy like we talked about before.
Beautiful shotgun. Oh, dude, Spaceline just wrecked Floss, and that was a laser. Kinstar is not feeling pretty right now. He almost just farted himself out.
Yeah, if he's not careful.
Doesn't really have anything to work with here. At this point, he's just got to hope that no one tries to push him.
Yeah, he's just got to sit there, hopefully hit a snipe, man.
Is that Gears of War J-Ribs over there? Is that my boy?
I think it definitely is.
Oh, man, another really good FORTNITE player as well.
Now we're going to be getting shotgun or face Dramos. God, this is just such a delicate situation, man. You have to play this flawlessly. You don't want to get... Dude, if someone throws one stink grenade on him as well, he'll more than likely die. 5, there's no way he'll be able to react.
Well, any kind of pressure that's applied to Kinstar at this point in time, I mean, it will take him out. Like, they're just...
If someone sneezes in his direction.
Here we go.
You have a gentle breeze will actually eliminate him.
Oh, dude, he sees that. He's going for it. He's got to go.
He has to.
There's no way, dude. One shot, he's done.
Well, you know what?
Oh, there's a med kit right in front of him, too.
Did you not see it?
No, there's just no way. I mean, the zone's moving in.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
He's using all of his materials right now just to stay alive, box himself in, which is incredibly smart. You have to, I mean, he has to do this. He can't be aggressive.
Low on materials.
Hamlin's getting
to
taken
deal
out.
with.
Mark just took out Hamlin's with an SMG.
Look at that,
Mark
man.
is just on fire.
Marky Loris, making a name for himself. Lay just took out J-Ribs and
Oh, he was healing, dude. That was such an easy shot. But he's going to take down Lay anyways, man. Beautiful shots from Kickstarter.
And that was hot off of the fight that they just had with J-Ribs.
Yeah,
so
man.
Probably a little weak here, but Myth is looking to stay alive in this one. Still
Low materials as well. That was a 69-meter kill, by the way. Yeah. Just in case anyone was wondering. And
look at the damage taken.
He's taken 200. He could have died twice.
Yep.
Look at all those structures. Damage to structures, man. Does that count melees? Like farming structures?
I believe so. I'll get word on that.
Yeah, because if not, man, that means that he's 7 to. Oh, did he just take over that?
No, he didn't get a chance to.
No, yeah, he's. Myth's health is. Again, I don't know exactly what he's going to be trying to do here. The zone is. It's all damage to structures. Okay, great.
Oh,
wow.
Agony.
Dude, that was beautiful. Let's see how many materials he's going to get from that. 200 metal, no wood. But I think he might. Oh, how much brick there? Grab the brick. Only 24. Okay, that's unfortunate. But Myth has 400 metal. Here comes the zone moving massively. Myth has 6 kills.
Yeah, he's right behind Mark with 7.
And I think the Vic was a player that actually was hacking away at the wall that was right in front. But this is getting insane now. As this circle continues to move, Myth is just looking to disengage here, but all these players are right next to each other.
Brilliant, man. This looks amazing. I actually like that a lot.
Absolute pandemonium here at the Stream Invitational. Myth trying to stay alive. Good job there. Oh,
Someone stole that kill. Cypher just got knocked out too after he got a kill. Chauncey lost to the Storm. Scissors is in a great spot. Has the high ground. Marky's getting high ground over everyone.
And Marky Loris, this guy just getting the golden ticket. 7 eliminations, #1 in the lobby, and he has that king position up above. Wow, and he's got a really good setup. Besides mats, like he's low on wood and as well as brick. But still, though, he's in a good spot relatively, like compared to like everyone else.
Absolutely.
It's like scrambling down low.
You got the high ground right now. He's got one guy in the air, and now he just takes him down, so that he's got nothing to worry about. Zone is moving, but he's got a grappler. Not to mention he can also just leap off and fly, which is exactly what he's gonna do. But I don't know where this player just came from. He just got
Fear itself.
Taking him down. So now that's 400 materials for Fear. Oh man, this is beautiful. So many players are weak below, man. Myth is in the zone. No materials completely out. He's got a med kit. He's going to try to grab this wood, and he just got granted 511 wood late game. I don't even know if he realizes it yet because he's trying to be super aggressive with 50 health and a med kit just popping.
I think he just realized because his materials immediately changed to wood and he was able to build, so he just kept moving.
He's like, oh wait, I just picked up this many materials. Fear itself is actually in a really good spot too, as long as nobody looks down at him. He's got the low ground, but he already is the same zone. There goes Mikala, takes down Myth. Myth did very well, though. Is at 4th place. Only 3 players remain. He's going to grab the med kit. Typical Gamer, 0 materials, has high ground, but now he's going to be in 1v1 against Mikala.
It's Typical Gamer versus Fear itself.
Baby. Fear's got the editing coming out. Rocket launcher in the hands of Typical. He's going to try to shoot it.
Almost right into the needle. Oh my God.
What is Fear going to be able to do? Fear does have shields. He does have that health advantage over Typical Gamer.
Should be simple,
but
man.
Typical Gamer has those rockets. Fear itself going in for the challenge.
He blew himself.
He blew himself
up.
Let's go, man. Typical Gamer. Hey, at least he went out with a bang.
Yeah. There you go.
Fear itself, man. Getting the win. Your boy as well, Ninja.
Dude,
awesome.
Absolutely, man. Fear absolutely dominated yesterday in the Doritos Bowl event as well, man. And here he comes showing off. I can't believe he just got rolled with the rock. I knew exactly what he was going to try. Dude, look at that, man. Didn't even know what happened. The delayed reaction. That was beautiful.
So I just also want to clarify, I did find out from production in the back that Marky Loris, European streamer, as a matter of fact. Regardless, though, I do want to highlight that guy because of how well he played. But then you have Fear itself, who had a crazy ending. He was the one who ended up taking out Marky Loris in the high ground. And just look at that reaction. So I see that the lobby is getting ready to go. I know you guys want to hear us talk more about my incredible ideas that should go into Fortnite, obviously. But we got some Fortnite to play, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'm excited. This is going to be a good game. Our next solos matchup. Who is going to take it? Fear itself was the winner of our first game. You had Marky take the top prize with that extra 10 grand. But there's Myth. And here we go. Come on, TwitchCon, let's get hype.
They're loving it. Here we go. Battle Bus is launching, flying overhead. And I love this view, man. We can just you get a lay of the land. You can kind of see, you get a sense, an actual feeling of where the bus is coming from, where it's going. See people start to touch down as well.
Yeah, so you go in that northwest to south trajectory there. That's really going to leave Wailing Woods in an interesting spot because it's going to be open. There's a lot, and you also see those llamas too, by the way, that are going to be scattered about.
Wait, the llamas or curvy llama right there on your screen?
Fair enough.
Got it.
Played, well played. Typical gamer going right back up to the top of Leaky Lake there, and you got Space Lion by Tilted. And we're gonna. This is gonna be good. Seeing where everyone is landing here. The spread is quite nice. Got some people already by Pleasant looting up. There's Kitty as well. Basically, I do work down low, and Chauncey over by the divot.
So interesting strategy. Starting the game, no loot. You know, that's a strong start, but it's all good. She's on the mountain. There's some chests up here as well.
Yeah, like you're gonna find like some weapons around here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. Come on, you know, you just picked yourself up a gray AR, which is gonna be good for you in the early game, but you also managed to, you know, obtain a shield. Like,
yeah,
not bad.
That's the thing, is you touched on it best, is Kitty always finds herself making it to top 10. So these are the strats. We're like getting that sneak peek of where she's landing, what she's doing.
So Kitty just continuing to get the resources there.
The chest is literally on the other side, completely around. There you go. She's making it away. She knows.
Yeah, she's fully aware, and also a chest there as well by that crater.
Yeah, the corrupted zones. Yeah, man. I mean, it's great, right? You head on over there. You get maybe anywhere from 1 to 3 chests. You can get some shadow stones, start making some rotations.
There's Chris Puckett.
Oh. We got to watch Chris.
We got to go to Chris Puckett. We got to go to Chris Puckett. I need to see this because I have a feeling that Svenos is going to just dominate. There's my boy, Chris Puckett.
All right,
one
Chris.
and only.
You can do this. We believe in you. Everyone believes in you.
I have been waiting for this so long to be able to judge Puckett in the game. For those guys who don't know, Chris Puckett, one of the tenured long-time commentators in all of esports. Speaking of a commentator in esports, he got...
It was on Myth!
Uncle Jack!
No way!
Uncle Jack onto Myth! Oh, as he always likes to say, you hate to see it.
You hate to see the thickest man alive showing up here in game number 2. Man, Puckett's stacked, man. He's got an extra mini, the half shield as well.
Unfortunately, Svenos is right above him, and I think Svenos is going to show him those hands in a little bit.
Show him the hands.
Puckett's getting a lot of goodies, though, man. He's gotten every single shield potion in the game, I think, at this point. I don't think it's going to be enough to help him out.
He's on to something. He's like, wait, I sense there's someone close by.
Oh, my God. He's so scared.
Oh, no, no. Not like this.
Christopher Elizabeth Puckett, you got to come out on top. He's got the shields for days. He's got like 400 shields. It should be enough.
You got this, Chris. You got this.
400 shield potions.
Oh, it's okay. He's still alive. It's okay.
He has nothing to build with. Okay, pop.
All right, go to switch attack. No,
right.
That's a grenade.
That's a grenade. He's getting pressure from above.
I mean, if Sven...
Oh, no! He's still alive, though!
Chris!
Oh, man. That was great. Svenos isn't even, like, thinking anything of it. He's like, yeah, sure, you know, whatever.
He's just playing with his food.
I think Svenos is like, oh, yeah, you know, I was just a golden ticket recipient. No big deal. Puckett's, like, one of my closest friends, so it's just nice to see that. That was hilarious.
It's okay, too, because Chris laughed it off. He was like, that's okay. It was funny.
You know, I had a chance to talk to him. This is from Svenos' point of view as well here. There goes...
You see, he's dancing on him.
Dude, what I love is that the reaction on his face, none. But in-game, all the reaction, you know? Like, another good friend of mine, Gold Glove, is going to be in a battle here against Trask.
I mean, Trask's loadout looking okay. You know, Ninja talked about earlier. You got the AR, the TAC, submachine gun as well. Even the grappler to navigate. Builds are looking fine. He's got 12. But he's facing now Gold Glove.
And you know what? Gold Glove is no slouch at all. But, he's got literally nothing. Ooh. He's got nothing to build up with. He has to harvest some mats. I was talking up Goldie, and boy, am I wrong. just because he has no mats.
He's still
Trass
trying to,
actually.
yeah, Trass bailed, man.
Yeah, he disengaged out of that one. I think because Trass had no mats, and obviously he didn't know whether or not his opponent had resources to deal with there, right?
Maybe, I mean, he heard the shot, so he knows someone's close. And I mean, a bolt action that close, it's very loud.
Nice.
So it's very apparent, like, hey, someone's here. Maybe Trash is just so confident. He's like, you know what? Doesn't matter. Or is it? Is it Courage JD? Nah. Is it Dr. Lupo?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I would like to see Trass use this Boogie Bomb against Gold Glove. Nothing would make me more elated than to see this.
He hears him in the house. That's why he started building up on top. Check out this replay.
There's Bliss. Bliss has been very impressive as well. In that last game, he was going up against, I believe it was Steefer, 1984 was his name, and he didn't really have much of an advantage. He saw that quad launcher, and then he just went right for it, and that was in game 1. And Bliss continuing to keep the good times rolling here for him in game 2. Gold Glove and Trass are going to be as far away from each other as you could possibly imagine here after being on top of one another. What do you do? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you could find more heals on the way. You just have to be careful. There's only 3 rockets as well. I don't know. I feel like
see
maybe
a shield potion out there.
There was one. Did you see one?
Could have sworn I saw something. No, maybe it was my eyes playing tricks on me.
The question is, oh, okay. So Gold Glove just got info. He saw the building there at the house, so he's aware there's a player there.
And we'll go back to that one in a little bit, but for now, though, we have the Vic. Young man looking to coming on top here with the win. Is going to engage in a battle. Is going to be able to take out Space Lion. Very well done.
That was just a very clean edit. Makes his way up and catches Space Lion off guard. And now he's going to top off, man. He's good to go, but back over. Look, check it out. Choco Bars versus Jason.
Ooh.
Oh. Wow. Choco Bar said not today. She still has bandages.
She ain't having any of that.
Yeah. I mean, look at the loot. She can make upgrades if she wants to. The Rift to go as well.
I would take that heavy.
I would have. Choco Bar says, you know what? I just need this tack. This is my trusty friend.
Hey, I was rolling with the tack back in the day before the tack. Oh, someone just dropped right in front of her. And there's another player to her right as well.
Out. Yep, run at him.
Really tough. She's going to be outside in the storm. And
it's Mikolau.
Mikolau gets the elimination there, but the pressure is going to come from Mikolau as well. We'll have the Rift to go, and bye-bye. Going to go right out of there, but that player will more than likely be following.
Yeah. Mikolau, I mean, he's played in the skirmishes pretty much since the beginning. This guy is very familiar with competitive play. And Gold Glove actually goes down to Trash, so that actually moved away from. It wasn't favorable for Gold Glove.
Agony, Monster D-Face. Monster D-Face was here yesterday, casting some Fortnite for goal, and now playing. And you hear this guy break down Fortnite, you understand that his knowledge of this game is insane. It's unparalleled to many other competitors, to viewers, fans, and all that. This guy understands this game up and down. He's been playing it for so long. Knows that a player is going to be inside of that tower, right to his left, but he's also just playing a little cautious. There's a lot of open field over there, and you never know. It could be a situation, just like you saw Courage take out Myth.
Yeah. And he's trying to play super safe. He only has 1 round in his AR, just a handful of snipe shots.
Yeah.
The SMG's not that great, especially not at that range. If he was a little closer, sure, but he's just trying to play it safe. But over to Mikolau. And he does find a heavy shotgun.
Yes, and that heavy shotgun alongside with that SMG, a very good combination to have in a sticky situation. Gained a lot of resources, but also, I mean, you kind of see he's also gained a substantial amount of metal. I believe that was going to be from opponents that he took out.
He did take down Choco Bars. Gathered up her loot and then rifted on out. And now, I mean, he's got 900 wood. He's good to go. He can make it into late game. Now, if he does find more eliminations, he can pick up additional, like, any materials that they have. So that's kind of probably what he's going to be looking to do. Because this is a little different than, like, a straight-up all-pro competitive level lobby where every single mat counts, or you're trying to, you know, tunnel your way to safety. You want to live to that final circle. It's a little different.
Here we're on board with Flossin. kit-wise, good on wood, but
He just shrugs like, I'm just
like,
chilling.
got no reason to move. I'm in the cornfields.
Is he going to catch Mikolau off guard,
No.
though?
Surely he hears him.
Okay, this is really smart. I like this. Runs in, boxes up. And as you place things, you actually destroy the shrubs around.
Oh my God, just right in front of him. Just
Blossom.
right in front of him.
Blossom. Okay.
The clinger's coming through too? He's
wait.
just waiting.
You got this. Pull your clingers out. Listen, pull the clingers out.
This is
Or stand there.
hilarious.
This is a power play. I like it. And in that time, Mikolau's already destroyed this other player.
It's like, okay, Drax, we get it. You know, if you stand very still, no one will see you.
Oh, he's just started. Wait, was that even Flossin?
No, that's not. Flossin, I'm
Oh, this is a quad launcher. That's what it is.
I'm certain Flossin is still just standing there. Can we, while all this is going on, can we just go to Flossin real quick? Just see if he's still standing still? Yep, there he is.
Yep, still here.
There
That's
he is.
it.
Yep, there he is. All right, let's go back to Mikolau for the time being. You know, hey, dude, baby, God bless. You live your best life in that cornfield, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise, okay?
Checking out a replay at Tilted with Cypher PK. He's trying to find himself. Is it a trap elim?
Oh.
It is. He's just styling.
You saw that little smirk? There's Flossin.
Still here.
You know who's not going to hit a trap? Flossin.
Flossin.
You know who's not going to move?
Flossin? Okay.
Flossin. That's right. This is honestly what I would have done. So I'm not going to judge Flossin here. It sounds like I'm being judgmental, and I'm not trying to be judgmental because this is literally the best play to make. He has
Just
no
chill.
rea's to move. Now he's got to move. He looked at it. He was like, oh, crap.
And match. Oh, look, Valka's over there. She's spectating. She's probably thinking to herself, what's, this is an interesting strategy.
Is this controller, you know, little, no, okay, he's turning. Okay, it's good. And he hears all this going on around him. And there's no reason.
Look at the stats. 30 damage to structures, 60 damage to players, and 92 damage taken.
And a lot of time spent in the crouch position.
That's the stat I want to see, is how long has he been here?
Those are the statistics that we want, people. Oh, dear Lord.
It's Mikolau.
Oh, no.
He's a
What? No.
And he goes right back to his hiding spot. I eat my words.
You are the best. You are the best to ever do it. No one will ever stand in a cornfield better than you, Flossin.
What did I don't, hey, look, Dr. Lupo's still alive. I don't even know where to go. What happened?
Why do we transition? Oh, my word.
Unbelievable. This
Yeah, one of
is
the
from
best Fortnite
Mikolau's
players is
perspective.
charging through. He's like, okay, I'm going to get this player. What the?
He couldn't even react. Look at him. And he's like, you're kidding me. There was a guy in there.
Oh, man.
He can't help but smile. Oh, okay, Flossin. And look at this, though, Lupo. I mean, look at the loadout.
He's
stacked on shields.
Very, very nice setup here. Good kit for Dr. Lupo to have hanging out outside his zone. He's going to get some more wood from these trees that are going to be lingering about, but the pressure is starting to come in as he will be surrounded. You got Agony over to his right. You have Hamlin's behind him. I didn't get to see who that other player was. It was right next to him, so he's got to be so careful not to get picked off. You also have a battle going on top of that hill up above. Lupo's going to be in the middle of a war zone here.
Check out this replay from Curvy Llama.
Oh.
Wow. That was so clean. And it's okay. She had her health low, but she got the slurp. She can be able to top off. It'll be all right.
Exactly. Dr. Lupo up above. New Doodle is going to be below. Where do those shots come from? I think that was from him. Okay.
Now, the interesting thing is Lupo's kind of chilling on this hill. He can still farm a little bit, but his ammo count isn't looking super great. He only had like 70 bullets.
I
in
see
his AR.
Flossin over there. Flossin's my favorite player in the game right now.
Yeah, MVP, 100%, all the way through. I don't even know any other players, just Flossin.
All right, Lupo's now going to engage in this battle here. He's going to get shot from behind as well. Possible for 72. That's going to be New Woodle, who's going to have to see the start screen for the time being here. Dr. Lupo, though, is going to be in a world of hurt. Really, really bad spot. He's going to have to play defense here, but all he has is metal to work with.
Sorry, and I love how he engaged, right? So he jumps over, builds the ramp, he gets cracked from behind. Most players, what they do is box up at that moment and try and reassess. Instead, he jumps back over the wall, gets aggressive, takes that player down, and then turns around and then goes on the defensive. So he finds himself that elimination and potential loot as well.
knowing that the player he took out there dropped
There
a
it
substantial
is.
amount of loot. Now he's gonna, oh man, he ended up getting a bunch of stuff. This is very nice here. He's also gonna be able to heal up to 75, so he'll have himself 175 HP, you know, so to speak, along with that that shield potion.
He's being super brave, man. He didn't build any cover up on the roof. He's probably not thinking about that redeploy, but he's gonna be all right.
Here's Cypher PK. He's got that Chug Jug. He's also got the grapple.
Now he probably hears Nogla.
Well, now he hears Nogla.
Yeah.
Nogla just lacing that thing up. Cypher's gonna have to defend. I don't know. It's not. No, he wasn't able to get the. He was not able to get the Chug Jug off. You know that has to be so frustrating.
Yeah, the 15-second timer, man. You gotta make sure you have enough time to do it. He's gonna try again.
I mean, I respect the ambition there to try and use that Chug at that moment there, but it's just not a. You didn't get away quickly enough.
That's the thing, man. So Cypher really didn't lose that much besides Matt in this entire little skirmish here. While as Nogla doesn't really have ammo. Okay. You see him, he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
sure.
That's when you just get a little sweaty, you know? You clench just a tad.
So now he heard the shotgun shot. He knows someone's close by. Someone's wounded.
That's going to be Kwashi. Kinstar, typical gamer, basically do work.
Look, he's immediately going for high ground. This is exactly what you want to do. You know someone's cracking shots. You want to be smart about what's going on and be super aware of your surroundings right now.
He just builds up, disengages out of that fight. He's going to go right into the action here. As a bunch of players are going to be lingering about.
You see, like he lands on the brick.
Yeah, and it's
That's
just
only
smart,
5.
right? He recognized, like, you know, I just hopped off of this Chug Jug. I don't have the resources. We're going into, you know, some of the final circles here. No reason for me to take a battle that I don't need to engage into. So you just disengage. Player's gonna be right in front of him. I don't think.
Oh, he almost edited the player. He does. It's Chris. Takes him down.
Some more goodies here for Cypher. This has been a really good run for him.
I wonder what he's going to choose to pick up. Oh, Hamlin's, though, the tallest man in the world right behind him.
I hate that you guys call me with that. It bothers me.
Don't worry, you'll meet him after this, and you'll be like, oh, my gosh, I have to look all the way up at you. You're so tall.
Hamlin's, though, another great player. Sir Wings.
Not looking great on ammo right now. Matt's, they're, I would say, okay, you know, 600 bricks.
Got the brick to deal. Be the quickest build, but he's actually going to put the pressure on the fear itself.
Wow, he gets beamed. And look, he can see through all the loot. And he's trying to catch this player as well. So this is the thing, man. It's kind of one of those moments where you have to ask yourself, do I go aggro or disengage here? I feel like he should have just gone full send and try to get to that wall, but...
And also, it's tough, right? Because he gets the elimination onto Fear itself, but he's not able to collect the resources, the ammo from that. Another player swooped in and took all of that, right? So he's going to be in a really tough spot. He's only got a couple of bullets left in his assault rifle. He's got some shots left in the shoddy, and of course, the gas.
He bumps his own wall there. Yeah, so I mean,
stink bombs.
So what he should have done right out the gate there is use those stink bombs as soon as that player was in that box, because he would have, if he had dropped 2, it would have been a ton of tick damage. But hindsight is 20/20, so back over to Cypher.
And it's a pressure-filled situation, right? In these moments, the action just gets so insane. Dr. Lupo, by the way, does not have a lot of HP remaining. Still some shields. We got J-Riz up above Svenos. Svenos still very much in this game. This guy's been so consistent throughout the entire Stream Invitational.
Look at the loadout. Golds all around, a Chug Jug, half shields, launch pads. Matt's fantastic. 4 eliminations as well.
But 25 players left in this game and a lot of carnage.
Just shotgun Courage JD. Courage is down.
Courage is out of this one. His co-caster, though, Dr. Lupo, still very much alive in this battle. Svenos, back over to him. As the zone continues to move.
This is it, man. Don't forget, the storm doesn't stop moving, so these players constantly have to be in motion. They have to be thinking about where they're going to be moving, who's behind them, who could be potentially in front of them, even above them, now with the glider redeploy in-game. So game sense has come in clutch.
Look at that.
885 damage to players?
I was going to, like, very impressive. Only has 4 eliminations, though.
Yeah, I guess that's an interesting stat to show, because with only 4, I guess unless they were all at 200, 100 health, 100 shield, the chances are slim, but...
Yeah. People had some really, you know, variables that need to happen there for that situation. But the case for Lupo eliminates himself.
In the storm, it ticked him down.
But you know, you had said, right, you gotta think about moving. You have to move. As that storm progresses on, you have to make the movements happen. And if you're not doing it quickly enough, you can end up like Dr. Lupo and eliminating yourself.
Check out this view from down below. We get to see players running overhead as the loot rains down. And man, look at Kinstar. He's all the way just chilling. Phase Agony, though.
Agony's getting hurt.
Now, he does still have the med kit, but again, the storm's moving. He's not going to have time to slow down.
Got to get in. He's got to get in. Goes Camo, takes out J-Ribs with an SMG. Agony's still going to be alive. You saw that. He did not pop up in the kill feed. Player is going to drop down, but gets him in the air! Kinstar, you savage!
Kinstar favors high ground. He does not want anyone else to have the high ground, and he just made that very apparent.
All right. Let me find out Kinstar is like Obi-Wan in the flesh. Spenos again. Ended up picking up an elimination. He was at 4 when we were with him last, but now he's got to break his way out of here and get through as quickly as he possibly can. Look at that. Look at all these players now just scrambling. And up above in the heavens is Kinstar, who is just going to rain down shots. You see those bullets coming low. Spenos goes in for the challenge. 4 players are going to be remaining. 3 players, as a matter of fact, now. Spenos is going to be out in the middle of the open. Gets the elimination on the Sir Wings. But the last player left alive is going to be Kinstar.
1v1. It's 2 European players, Kinstar and Spenos. They've had this engagement in previous skirmishes.
Kinstar gets the victory royale in our last solo game of the Stream Invitational. But Kinstar, what a beast. Very well done.
And I mean, this is the thing, man. This is classic Kinstar. He waits, he builds, very methodical, very calculated in his plays. You saw him maintaining that high ground up top, and then he just played it through all the way to the end.
This was the final moments of that game from Kinstar's point of view.
I believe it was just whoever they were sitting right next to was actually their duo.
Okay, or that.
Yeah.
I was trying to give some context here. Is Anthony Kong fan?
Now, so for people that might be watching and don't recognize, they're like, who are these people? Courage. I almost just called you Courage. I was going to say, people like Courage. Can you point out some for us?
I mean, you know,
obviously, like,
it's crazy that when I used to work at Twitch, there were not that many partners, right? Now there's so many amazing broadcasters, but you know, there are some recognizable names amongst a bunch. You know, you got your Hamlins and your Cyphers and your Agonies of the world that are just great content creators, great players, but enough about all that jazz. It's time to get into our last game of the day for the Stream Invitational. It's the duos matchup. Your TwitchCon attendees have been paired up with the FORTNITE content creators. It's time to get it on.
This is where things are gonna get shaken up a little bit, you know? Now it's duos. So you have to rely on someone that you've probably never played with before in your life and say, all right, where are we dropping?
Yeah.
And they're like, listen, I like to drop Tilted, is probably what Courage and Lupo are saying. Actually, well, Courage is a Greasy boy, so he's gonna go to Greasy Grove. But for everyone else, you know, you're like, what do we do? I mean, in that situation, what do you think you would do?
Well, I would, so in that particular moment, I would say like, hey.
By the way, that's the menu. Look at these outrageous prices.
$17 for some chicken nut, $8 for
that was $60 for a double Royale with cheese, by the way. Beef Boss, this is why no one's there and they're hanging out with Tomato Head, okay? This is on you.
Wow, that's just some insane prices. So Myth will be paired up with Jason Raff, and they're going to go around to Haunted Hills. Haunted ended up getting that new Haunted Castle that was added. Looks so cool.
Yep, up on the hill. And they're just by themselves. They've got this entire area by themselves.
Looking at the pairings here as well. That circle, nice circle, just right near the center of the map. Not going to get much on the Paradise side, but
J-Ribs and Pokimane, they've already found eliminations on the board. They're like, you know what, there's an elimination bonus on the line? Okay, all right, hold on.
That's actually pretty funny. So J-Ribs, for those who may not know, is a professional player in Gears of War.
Oh.
And I've been casting over this guy for a very long time, but he's paired up with Pokimane. So I wonder if he just happened to luck of the draw, just get himself into a team with Pokimane, and Pokimane marches on through, gets the elimination with the assault rifle, with the help of J-Ribs. This is actually a really good pair because J-Ribs is a good Fortnite player. And Pokimane, no slouch herself.
That's right. They've all been putting in work, man. They've all been doing these scrims and whatnot, so it all really does come through and show. Aries Diamond and Choco Bars paired. Lay and Kitty Cloud HD. Kitty, not Kitty.
Fear itself eliminated Hell's Gates.
So Fear's already on the board. He's ready to go.
And remember, you got to keep in mind about that elimination bonus. Now over to Choco Bars. Choco Bars was pretty solid in that last game in the solos matchup. I believe she was eliminated
by Mikolau. And keep in mind, he went on a tear.
Yes.
So
until he ran into the legend.
Flossin.
Known as Flossin.
Again, there needs to be some kind of thread like, who
Find
is this guy?
me Flossin. That's what I want to know. Find me Flossin. That's the only play. Actually, yeah, Flossin's paired up with Valkyrie. So, yes. It's a pair I'm looking forward to seeing.
There you go. And now Dr. Lupo and his dual partner actually has 2 eliminations, Christo.
Good start there. Not well. Oh, Monster D-Face is going to be gone. Monster D-Face and Chauncey are out too. You saw that in the kill feed pop up. We're on board though with Aries Diamond and Choco Bars. Aries Diamond and Trish kind of Tendy. Player's going to be right below them though. They're going to go in for the engagement. Really tough spot to be in. Nice shot. Choco Bars is going to get the knockout onto Kid Cloudy. A player though, knowing that don't really have much of an opportunity here to try and fight back. They have that high ground. You have to wonder if you're looting. You're not in this particular area as well in Retail Row. You're just going to probably have some brick, maybe some wood, but you're going to be really low on those resources. And Kid Cloudy is going to be gone. So I don't know who Kid Cloudy was with.
Their duo somewhere close by though, hanging out in the building. I mean, that was the right play. As soon as the duo goes down, you just got to bail, disengage. Luzu and OMG, I believe they're going to take down Lucy, and that is Chauncey, and this is Monster D-Face right there.
Slick. Very nice. Very nicely done there.
If I'm not mistaken, right in the background there, that's actually Mikolau that's spectating Choco Bars, so Mikolau might actually already be eliminated. And he was the one that eliminated her before. The tables have turned.
And there's Lay. Lay's
also, he was Kid Cloudy's partner there.
Yes, yes. And we knew that he didn't fall. He wasn't eliminated, but we didn't know where he went. And was looking at the I didn't get a good look at the resource there for a brief moment, but still though, we have Lulu Lovely with Kitty Plays here.
I'm actually, you want to listen into this?
Yeah, I'm down. Let's listen in.
I got med kits, disadvantages.
No words. They are all focused.
Not a lot of communication there, right? I mean, at this point in time, though, you're still in early game, right? So you're still just going to go out there, look to harvest, right? Just farm, gain some wood, gain some brick, metal as well if possible. Try and ward off any of the early attackers. We're at 85 players in this game. Still just so much action to be had. The storm hasn't collapsed quite yet. And you got a decent spread around the entirety of the map. I don't know if we can get an overhead view, but you know, you're gonna start to see some of the players, you know, just trickle on in as the storm is pushing forward.
Yeah, I mean, Tilted Towers completely empty. No one is there right now. A lot of these players are actually near Lucky Landing. They're making their way north. The Corrupted Zone just south of Salty Springs is about to see some action because there's a duo there as well. And on top of that, Shifty Shafts, man. FemSteph is here, and it's Courage down below.
So WizK with FemSteph. Good pairing here as well. FemSteph, great player. I've had a chance to cast over many events that she's participated in. WizK, another really talented one. The Savage Couch.
That's a Savage Couch.
That's I can't imagine what a not Savage Couch. I believe a Savage Couch is just a regular, like, you know, couch, right? It's like Like, what does a Savage Couch look like? Does it jump around a lot? Does it like
I don't even
call
know.
you bad things and say mean things to you when you sit down? Like, let's get down to the bottom of this.
We'll have to do some digging there. Search the internet. We have to find this out. I gotta know.
Internet, tell me what the Savage Couch does. Maybe someone just gonna be savage when they explain that to me. Who knows?
They're gonna be. You don't know what a Savage Couch is?
Yeah, how dare you? But here you go. Some more action going on. We're on top of this mountain.
Basically do work.
Basically do work. It's gonna get knocked down there. Bill with the follow-up onto Brent. And that will do it. Able to pick up the teammate too. And look at that kit.
He's good to go, man. The med kit there as well, as soon as he can revive his teammate.
J-Ribs with 3 eliminations.
Yep, so, and Pokimane has 1, so right now it's a duo, they're sitting at 4. And you talked about, man, this J-Ribs is an X Gears of War player, right?
Yeah.
Or is he still current?
And right now he is the current coach. I'm sorry, not coach. He's just a part of Ghost.
Cool.
He was a player. He's taking a little break right now, but this guy, I can't say nicer things about him. Just the talent that he possesses is absurd. So Pokimane definitely lucked out pairing up with a guy like J-Ribs. And even for Pokimane too, right? She's been holding her own very much so in this game. She's prepared for anything that's going to come through.
See the damage to players there.
84 damage on the players.
Pretty good. And only 46 damage taken. Think about that. So
Which
that
is
means
a stat that you don't really, like, kind of a gloss over from time to time, but he engaged in 4 battles there, and only taking 46 damage, really just
That's really good.
getting himself in a good spot, right?
Those are just clean trades that he benefits from. I mean, Matt's looking pretty okay, all things considered, but check out the scoreboard, Golden.
Right now, J-Ribs and Pokimane are going to have the most eliminations. Dr. Lupo just took a massive chunk of damage, by the way. I don't know if we could jump over to Lupo's POV like right now, but something's going down over there. They're in a fight because his teammate, Christo, who has those 2 eliminations, lost the shield entirely. And there you saw that spread on that scoreboard, but we're going to go over to Dr. Lupo.
Oh,
They're just going to
see.
disengage.
So he must have accidentally taken fall damage because he has 85 shield.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think you may be right.
Yeah, unless he was taking damage and used shields in the time we were away. But you're right, Christo did, his shields cracked some.
Yeah, his shield's cracked, so they were fighting someone. 2 players, though, gliding away over on the right side here. And I think Lupo's just looking for his teammate. They want to squad up, be able to move forward.
Over to Chris Puckett, check him out.
Chris Puckett with Steve Orr and Base Ramos with Erun.
Ew, Rune. I like to say people's names weird.
It's always a fun part. It's always a fun part.
Yo, Puckett's going in.
You know, I don't agree with the use of the launch pad there. I don't think it was necessary for him to do that.
Well, so here's the thing too, is now with the addition of the glider redeploy, you just build a ramp
look at the
straight up
resources,
into the
though.
sky.
Look at the resources, right?
That's fair. Well, that's the thing. Even one that's 4 high is enough to get you some space. Okay, so they're making rotations over to the corrupted zone. They're hoping for shadow stones. There's still some left behind. Only 3 though, so players have been kind of 3. Okay, there's some on the left as well. So they're going to shadow stone. They're going to bounce onto these little craters and then use that to just propel them forward.
All right, so we'll join them later on, but over to Tilted Towers as we have a lot of action taking place here. Svenos and Bliss.
We saw Bliss take the guy down with the quad.
If they don't win this game, I'd be shocked. Honestly, I would be very shocked. And Ava with Ghost Camo, it's another really good pairing too.
What are the chances? Like, this was all random, and then like what? I don't even.
I think you have to be happy if you're Bliss pairing up with Svenos, because you get that 2nd place in the last game, but also Bliss, he is shown that he's got the talent, he's got the skill.
You see that kill feed? Dr. Lupo finds an elimination there. So now him and his duo rack up another one.
Anthony Kongfan was eliminated. Just saw that pop up in the kill feed there.
So this is interesting. You got Courage here. Svenos is here with Bliss. Spaceline coming up behind here over this hill with a Shadow Stone. I'd be curious to see if his partner is still alive. But there's a lot of big names here that are coming together. And look, Camo and Ava GG is here. Pack-a-Punch just landed a touchdown.
This
Over
is
the
gonna
hill
be,
is Myth.
Myth is still in this one. This is going to be so crazy. This circle is going into Tilted and Leaky Lake.
And it's up now.
It's over the lake now. Oh, boy, this is going to be intense. I cannot wait.
So Isaac, Courage knocks Bunny Ninja with a sniper at 36 meters. And now Isaac is looking to make the rotate. This is what I was talking about with the glider redeploy. You just build ramps. And you use this, you hop off the top, and you can redeploy again. Just like that.
Isaac Live, one of Poland's finest here. Very well-known broadcaster out there and breaking out here in North America. But also, I do want to acknowledge something. Look at, there are 72 players left in this game.
Yep.
And there is not a lot of real estate to fight over, buddy.
There's really not, and a lot of that is, check out the floating island. Kitty Plays is here as well as Typical Gamer and his duo, so, I mean, that's the thing.
You're going to have the floating island, and you're also going to have action going on down low by the lake. There's a lot going on there, right? And look at this. There's 70-plus players still stuck in this area.
Yep. And don't forget the people down in Tilted, they have to make their way north, so they have to fight through each other. 5-2 people have already gotten to safety and fortified. And now Dr. Lubl's fine. He's on a mountain. He's good to go. Take a look at the damage to players and taken. And in the kill feed there, see Linaire Young. Ares takes down Ares. Chocobar knocks Linaire.
Chocobar has been very good throughout the Stream Invitational.
He's popping off, man. And that's the thing, man. You can never count any of these players out. They're all incredible. Look at that. And shotguns Viper. And then with that, the follow-up, Linaire is eliminated because he was knocked down. So they both fall to Chocobar. Oh, Svenos and Bliss, though.
Yeah, this is the pair, man. This is probably one of the favored pairs here in the Stream Invitational Duos matchup. And Svenos, I like that. He's marking it. He's telling Bliss, because, you know, he doesn't play with Bliss, right? So he doesn't know what Bliss knows call-out-wise, right? Just go where I'm marking here, and let's work together, and let's get this win. They still don't have any eliminations, though.
They do not. I'm not even sure where Bliss is. Okay, he's far. I mean, Svenos is kind of moving away from right now. They need to try and regroup.
I think they're thinking about going up to the floating island. He was looking up there.
I mean, at this point, man, they're like, okay, look, there's 66 players left in the current lobby. We know where the current safe circle is. We need to see what the next one is, because that's going to determine what our rotation looks like.
Renana split with Markaloris. Markaloris really was just so good in that last game, in our game 1, but game 2 in the solos match, didn't really see Marcus name pop up all that much. Banana Split, though, gets the elimination onto Zetas with the rifle.
And here we go. It's time to see where the new... So we're moving now away from Floating Island, back toward Tilted. So a lot of these players that are on the northeast side, they're going to use that Vortex to redeploy their glider and then make safe rotations. Minigun is out, but he's only got 16 bullets. It's really not... The small bullets are pretty easy to come by, so I'd imagine Berdina has small bullets for him.
Something to give him.
I mean, so I think he's going to... Right there, that's why he stops. He's going through his inventory. Yeah, so he had 81, or has now 81 small bullets. So I'm assuming he passed off whatever he had.
Yeah. Good kit loadout, though, but here's a replay of the action that took place earlier. It's when Chocobar has actually picked up 2 of those eliminations. And just look at that support, right? Teammates pushed up further. She's just raining down with the rifle.
Look, keep in mind, her dual partner is down by herself. She has 5 eliminations. She is popping off in this game. Now, J-Riz and Pokimane are currently at 4 eliminations as a duo, so they're right behind Chocobars. But that's as a duo.
And J-Riz and Pokimane, as a duo, could realistically take over here. Chocobars will be in a really tough spot. 62 players left here. The Storm is only going to collapse more. Those circles are only going to get smaller, and these players are going to have to interact with one another, and it will be pandemonium. Courage got taken out by Gotaga in the feed there. You just saw it.
That is unbelievable. The French monster takes down Courage and says, not today, friend, not today.
Resource-wise, Chocobars, if she needs to disengage, and
she's looking great.
Yeah.
I mean, 1K mats as far as wood goes, and then 300, looking really, really good. We actually, Fear, Typical Gamer and Kitty Play still here. We kind of saw them earlier, and now look, Fear itself looking to join the fray as well.
And Typical Gamer, he knows that, like, well, one, you're in a floating island. Everything happens over here. So many players like to come to the floating island. There's a lot of movement options that you have out of here as well, because you can glide practically anywhere. Typical Gamer understands this better than anyone else. He plays in the floating island so much that you saw it earlier when Ninja was up here and Typical Gamer like shot up. Even Ninja was like, wait, what? You could do that? Like, that's how familiar with this location Typical Gamer is. So I will give him that slight advantage despite them being surrounded, that he knows how to play around this. Underneath them, though, you see Kitty Plays and Lulu Lovely hanging out. No reason really for them to move, as they're all presently going to be within the circle. And I think they could still
I think they just
in.
lucked out. I believe they actually just lucked out.
There's the winner of that last solo game, Kinstar, with New Woodle, was a player I think he actually took out in the solo match. I could be wrong here, but even then, Kinstar, if you see you got paired up with him, you have to be very happy about that. This guy's an absolute beast at Fortnite.
Yeah, and there's the way he builds. Going into late game, he always has an abundance of materials. He's very cognizant of how to build,
Yes.
where to build, and his game sense, super great.
By the way, J-Ribs and Pokimane have been eliminated. Choco Bar is still alive and picked up another elimination. So she's at 6 eliminations currently as we jump on board with her POV.
This is it, Choco Bars. You got this. We believe in you.
And a great kit too. She's got that blue AR. She also has that green tack, which is a decent weapon to have here. I'm pretty sure you'd want to have a heavy shoddy in that particular situation. Also with the sniper and the launcher. Got some bandies to keep her topped off as well. No shields, which I'm sure you'd want in this situation. And a ton of resources. Choco Bars, maybe, it would be insane if she gets into a position to win this game. But if she keeps going like this, she will have that 10K bonus, 20K bonus.
That's right, just for elims. Myth looking to line up the shots, couldn't quite connect all of them. And again, he's also by himself, so keep in mind, both Choco Bars and Myth, being a partner down, if you think about it, just a numbers game, 50% of your damage is gone.
Yeah, and it's gonna come down at the end to if a team or if a duo is still kicking when you're in that top 10. But look how many players are around here.
Spenos, I believe, oh, okay, Alexia Ray is actually down. I believe she went down to Bliss. That's Spenos' teammate.
And at the top, you have Lupo just waiting it out. Flossin still in this one. Yes. No bias at all, folks. No bias at all.
The legend of Flossin. So Myth is going to try and bank this off that back wall, not far enough. So there's like a perfect distance utilizing this grenade launcher that you can get to like perfectly burst and blow off potentially 2-3 walls. He's not at the optimal distance, though.
Over to Dr. Lupo, and a crate just given.
A minigun. Oh, look at the loadout on Dr. Lupo. He's got basically nothing, just small bullets. And he's committing to making this rotation. This is going to hurt him. I don't know that he's...
He still manages to stay alive with 8 HP, but at what cost, Lupo? At what cost? You only have 3 shields there, but if anyone can make this work, it is going to be Dr. Lupo. But there are so many players here. It is a sea of humanity here at the lake. Things are about to go down, and this is awesome, Zeke. Awesome gameplay.
He needs to be super careful, Golden. I mean, he hasn't even taken the second mini yet. He's got
so many players are getting knocked out by the storm. So many FemSteph is knocked out by the storm. Look at that. Look at that, people. That's what Fortnite's all about right there. So many people staying alive. It's all about the cash. Players outside of the storm. It's pandemonium.
Valka's down. Squatting down is Squatting Dog is down. Lupo just went down as well. He was knocked by the storm. It's taking for 8.
So, everyone's just dropping like flies. You see the player count at the top right of your screen. Myth is going to be trapped outside, but he has a med kit. He has a med kit.
Someone else used a Rift to go, and he just happened to get picked up.
Like, what are you even supposed to do there? By the way, rocking the umbrella, God bless. Anyway, like, what are you supposed to do there in that scenario? What are you supposed to do? Ghost Camo takes out Agony.
Myth very quickly, just very quickly looked for. Did you see the stats? He's only taken 24 damage? What? Myth, how? You legend. So Myth is trying to calculate where he's going to go, his trajectory. Iran there goes down.
He took a bunch of damage there, though. I think he's going up against Corn Rio, and Christo's going to be out, so Dr. Lupo's team will be eliminated there. Myth going to have to pop that med kit. He'll have time as well. So many players. Pack-a-Puncher, you could basically sneeze on him, and he will be eliminated from this game. You can throw cotton candy at the man. There you go. Pack-a-Puncher's going to be gone. Gotaga's going to be trapped outside.
Symphony is super low down below. If he's not careful, he touches that storm wall, he's going to take damage.
And Kinstar are still going to be in this. Symphony,
Fear
the
itself.
God. Fear itself is going to be eliminated. Player's going to be down low. I think that will be Myth. No, that's Base Ramos. Base Ramos is going to go.
Myth eliminated Sir Wing somewhere, so Myth must still be
alive.
alive.
I saw the Frost Umbrella, and I thought that was Myth there for a brief moment.
Yeah, gotcha. Myth is still alive. He's only got one Elim. Svenos is here as well by himself. A lot of these people, their dual partners down. This is coming down to singles.
Yeah, some of the best. Yeah,
no.
Corn. You got Connor Rio. You have Scissors, Typical Gamer, Myth, Kinstar, Gotaga, Svenos. All these players left alive. Svenos just took up to the top there.
And Myth takes down Symphony, who was super, super low. And look, he still has a slurp juice. He needs just 2 seconds. That's it. It's okay. He's going to take a little bit of damage from the storm, but it'll be topped off. And he's facing off against Svenos. NA versus EU happening right now.
Svenos has no resources. He's very low on HP as well. He's going to be trapped outside. He's getting chunked for a lot of damage.
It's Typical Gamer from up top.
Typical Gamer. Oh, Typical Gamer gets the win. The victory royale. Wow. So well done from Typical Gamer. 4 eliminations in that game for him. Myth finishing in the top 3. Svenos second place yet again, but still a profitable day for the European Wonder God.
Wonder God.
That's what I'm calling him now.
There you go.
Here's the final moments from that game from Typical Gamer's POV. Picks off Myth, finds Svenos low. Svenos basically was at 12 HP, gets a W, and Typical Gamer. I mean, really, the 3 players that you see here, so exquisite at Fortnite. So fun. So fun.
Man, and that's, I mean, Typical Gamer, again, he stuck to his guns just like we called out earlier. He utilized that floating island to his advantage, and then he just...
Players Lounge, one key thing to note. For player integrity reasons, skins have been randomized during these matches. Every game, everyone's going to be using different skins. There's TFUE. Ladies and gentlemen,
here we go.
It is time. Game number 1 of the Fall Skirmish Grand Finals, live from TwitchCon. It's standing room only. 100 of the best Fortnite players in the world, and the battle bus has launched. Good luck to all. Make some noise.
Looks like we've got a southeast to kind of mid-north bus path. You see the players jumping out, just kind of finding an even spread. You see in that southeast corner, Jack, too, people dropping over the water to get as low as possible before the parachute, their glider opens so they can float on in. The little set of even just looking at the minimap, who do you think that pair of red arrows is down there in that set of houses? I'm going to bet you anything.
I'm going to say it's TFUE and Cloak, and I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys, they scrim against each other. They play those custom games against each other. They know where they like to land. Chap's probably going to go towards Whaling. TFUE and Cloak's probably going to play that southeasternmost town, as some reference it as Westworld. Well, Aiden and Nick Merckx.
You see even flying over here right now, looks like Tendon's already having taken damage from that little pair in there. J-Love and Punisher dishing it out in Dusty Divot, but there are still players floating into it. Nick Merckx and Aiden trying to establish dominance in Tilted Towers, but Super Evan and Gottnick took the large gray building. We'll have to see a little 2v2 in the town here.
And Nick Merckx and Aiden, they're part of the Controller Gang. Hey, who's repping Controller Gang out there in the crowd? Hey, there's a lot of people rooting for that reason. Off the break, you see they land together. They mentioned their aggression. 99 players remaining, now 98 in the lobby as Cease goes down early.
Having seen Nick Merckx and Aiden both play separately, it's impressive to me to hear Nick in that interview say that Aiden might be the only player he's ever encountered that is more aggressive than he is, and he's shown it many times in the past. Both of them mixing it up together, but they're on the same team now. Back here, we saw that early damage as we were flying over the path of the bus, and J-Love, Germ setting up here in Dusty. These players, you'll notice they'll harvest even just one single piece off of a roof. Going for the snipe shot, just barely misses by the ankle of his opponent as it rotates away to the north. Tree going down, not often seen though. The trees typically competitive players leave those up so that they don't kind of throw up a signal flare as to, hey, here I am. He's looking at the shot just on the corner.
He knew the tree was weak. Tries to predict it. So as you mentioned, most times players don't fully destroy those trees. They get him down to 50 health. Well, guess what? Hits it with the clean burst, tries to immediately follow it up. Heads up play doesn't happen there as of yet. Now remember the point system and breakdown, folks. 3 eliminations is what you need to get at least 1 point. Right now, no team with 3, as you'd expect.
We do
Quick
have
shot
2
there on
teams
attendance, though.
two
And
elims, though.
he's kind of trapped in this back room with only enough materials to build 1 more wall. This could spell disaster as these 2 players are split. That's the last wall. They've made it on in. The pump, the help from the teammate, knocks on either side. Germ down to just 12 hit points.
Securing that elimination. Not enough, though. Punisher without a teammate now, but 150 HP to his name. That 50 shield there, pretty important. Gets a pair of eliminations. Teammate in striking distance of their first point. Meanwhile, Nibs and Korea, we mentioned this is a replay from earlier, how they picked up their first pair of elims. Barely holding on, Jack.
Doesn't get much closer than that as we check back in with Tilted Towers. We knew earlier on from seeing the overall map view that there was only 4 players here in total. Now, it does look like a slight health advantage would go over to Godnik and Super Evan. You'd know Aiden's got his eyes on that big shield right inside that new building. As they'll just continue to rotate, work together.